Nah, hell nah, nigga. Hell nah, GG. Yo, GG's, the daughters, hyenas, scooping out one from school with Steve, the daughter, I rock with the King X. Don't forget the Kennedy doing his building match right here on YouTube. The daughter, we building our pyramids, our 2025 pyramids, the daughter. We're building our spaceship, the daughter. We're going to go to Antarctica, the daughter. Get back on information, GG. You heard the daughter. God chose you because he knew he could trust you. Secret, the daughter. We're in the elevator. Who's elevator? God's elevator on the way to the top, GG. Remember that, the daughter. We standing on business, the daughter. It's crazy, the daughter, because Shaq likes to play games, the daughter. And Shaquille O'Neal, the daughter, he be with the roasting shit, and he's a jokester, and he be with all the jokes and whatnot, the daughter. So you gotta watch people like that, the daughter, because at the end of the day, the daughter, maybe he don't give a fuck, the daughter. He could take backlash like that. Certain people can't take backlash like that. Like maybe a Shannon Sharpe can't take backlash like that, the daughter. So you over here, the daughter, putting people in bad space, the daughter. You don't know if that's gonna make them. And that shit will make them the daughter crack. And that shit will make them the daughter feel so vulnerable, the daughter, to actually hurt their own self, the daughter. So you can't be putting people in a position, the daughter, because you know what I'm saying, you don't know what they go home to. You don't know what kind of love they got at home, the daughter. They go home, the daughter, all alone, the daughter, never come out of the house, the daughter, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully that don't happen, the daughter. That ain't happen to nobody and nothing like that, the daughter. But damn, GG, the daughter. The Shannon Sharpe shit, the daughter, is a little bit out of line, GG, but this is how they fight. You know what I'm saying? So if Shaq's doing this, the daughter, he's going to have to watch the way he's doing his thing, the daughter. If he feels like this is the way to do it, the daughter. If he feels this is the way to go, I mean, Matt, why would Matt Burns be lying about anything, the daughter? So, you know what I'm saying? I doubt Matt Burns just over here just plainly lying on Shaq, the daughter. He just feel like it was his job, the daughter, to tell you, the daughter, yo, it might not be true, the daughter, what's going on, the daughter, because niggas offer the daughter anything for this dude, the daughter, any type of information for this dude, the daughter. We don't know what type of, if Shaq gets jealous because a nigga smarter than him, if Shaq gets jealous because a nigga know how to read, the daughter. We don't know what goes on, the daughter. We know we better not hear nothing about, Kobe Bryant or anything, the daughter, because we hear about Kobe Bryant or we hear about any of these individuals, the daughter, it's going to be a problem. Because you've been hating for, like, it shows a lot of hate in the character, the daughter. I'm saying we actually fuck with Shaq, but Shaq be doing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, playing around. He thinks that shit's funny and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When you got bigger money, you could joke on a bigger space, the daughter. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck these niggas is actually doing, GG.
Someone, Todd Malcolm sent me this information. We got great viewers that send me information, show suggestions, and Todd sent me one this morning, and it's great. There's a leaked audio or Matt Barnes talking about the Shannon Sharpe situation, and he brings Shaquille O'Neal into it. Let's play the clip.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So,
and if Shaq pay any information for old boy, the daughter, that means that Shaq be doing this all the time, especially if he's just like, sometimes you say it to 10 people, sometimes you say it to one person, sometimes you say it to, but you just say it to a whole motherfucking group chat, the daughter. That means that you mad comfortable that this shit happened to happen before, the daughter. And you gotta watch, the daughter. You would think that you would think that it'll be Jay-Z to come after him. It'll be these other niggas done after him. Like Diddy named Shaq. Diddy said, yo, Shaq and his whole family. Shaq and his whole family is wild crazy. I don't know what the fuck Diddy meant by saying Shaq and his whole family, but Shaq and his whole family. That's what Diddy said, the daughter. You know what I'm saying? So Shaq, you and your whole family, the daughter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Diddy, but that's what Diddy said, the daughter. So if that's going on, the daughter, and you basically asking a question about the Shannon Sharpe situation, GG, the daughter, I feel like this is the shit that you do, the daughter, but you just happen to do it too much, the daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not righteous for you to be fucking antagonizing motherfuckers just because you feel like you could beat their ass or punch them. And like Shannon Sharpe, the daughter. And Shannon, you feel like Shannon Sharpe is too sharp for your ass, the daughter. You don't like his ass, the daughter. You don't like his wearing glasses, fucking all the white bitches, He's black, but he white type nigga, da. If you don't like him, da, I mean, it's not good to come out of. And who would know that it would be Shaq to come at you? So you gotta watch it, da. This nigga plays football. This nigga plays basketball. They got a situation, da, like, you know what I'm saying? I know Shaq got way more people that who be roasting this nigga in basketball that play basketball that he don't like than to be fucking coming at Shannon Sharpe. But like I said, it is what it is. You would never know where the fuck he's coming from, Maybe Shaq's a little upset, but he did. Maybe Shaq wanted to get him all ESPN, so he could become the new Shannon Sharpe, But yo, I'm gonna tell you this, you could never be someone else, I'm just telling you, you're never gonna be. It doesn't matter, you want to feel your characters, and you want to, work on your personality. I mean, that's all good for it, but you're never gonna be something else that someone is, That's just what that person is, You know what I'm saying? But Shannon Sharpe, he happened to leave ESPN, he backed off ESPN, and a lot of people's clapping for that. I mean, I wonder what Shannon Sharpe been doing, A lot of people don't like Shannon Sharpe, I guess, behind closed doors. Because maybe his platform just went above and beyond that they don't even like him. Who knows?
Again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there. I am quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this. But please keep his name quiet.
To that. Have you guys talked? We haven't. Shaq feels the way he feels, and he's perfectly fine to feel that way.
So that was Matt Barnes.
So where did the beef begin? Oh, we gotta see where the beef began between Shaq and Shannon, We gotta see. He feels one way,
Talking about Shaq, and these guys have millions upon millions of dollars. Shaq, these former athletes, and they have a lot of power and a lot of access to spend money to acquire information on people they dislike. And I'm not unpacking this or saying this. And Shamik, I'm gonna let you go because this conversation I'm gonna have, you can't respond in real time. So I'm gonna handle this. Thank you so much, Shamik. But I'm not saying this to draw sympathy. I'm connecting the dots to the conversation we had on Fearless today, conversation we've been having overall about like, hey man, there's real danger here in speaking truth, speaking righteously, because you end up taking on very powerful people that have resources, and they can put a financial bounty on you. And this is why I'm so transparent, and why I play things the way that I do. I have enemies, and they have lots of money, and they're athletes, and they're not. They don't respect. It's not that other non-athletes don't play the game the exact same way, but when Shaq's a billionaire and he's got a problem with Shannon Sharpe, he can put money out and say, anybody, I got $500,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 or $1 million. If you got dirt on Shannon Sharpe, do the exact same thing to me. And trust me, people have been looking for the dirt on me for a long time. And that's why I talk about the dirt on me. For most of my adult life, I've struggled with my health, feeling sore and low energy. But Relief Factor, it's changed all that. I pull you out of it by being transparent. But I'm just saying it's dangerous out here. And this is why a lot of men remain silent, because they know if they start speaking true, someone may take an interest in them and want to look, well, what are you hiding? What are you doing in secret? How can I get the dirt on you so that I can compromise you and or embarrass you? What I will say as it relates to what Matt Barnes and this leaked information, I can remember going back, let's say to 1998, 1997. Let me make sure my time frame is accurate on that. But I used to be, during Derek Thomas's NFL career, I was tight with Derek Thomas, the Hall of Fame NFL player, outside linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I remember him telling me about a beef between between Shaquille O'Neal and Shannon Sharpe. And somehow, I don't remember the details, I just know Derek Thomas was somewhat involved or had some kind of information or involvement in the beef between Shaq and Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, this is Shaq's 24, 25, 26 years old at this time. And it seemed like, based off my memory, involving a woman and involving some woman that Shaq really liked, and Shannon Sharpe involved himself with that woman, and maybe Derek Thomas did too. And that there was real animus and beef there over this woman. And so who knows if this is what this is about, but when I hear Matt Barnes insinuating this is like they've had beef for a long time, I go back to what Derek Thomas shared with me in the late 1990s about issues between Shaq and Derek Thomas. And so this whole thing, I'm not saying Shaq is involved in the downfall of Shannon Sharpe here, but what I'm saying is, like, these guys at this level, when Shannon Sharpe kind of comes from out of nowhere with Club Shay Shay and becomes this powerful figure, and you live as unrighteously as he has, you've left dirt out there for people to use to compromise and embarrass you and take you down. And, Shaq makes it no secret he's some sort of Mason. And Shaq, these guys make it no secret that they feel like they're power players in control of the culture. This is what LeBron James does. This is what all of these athletes, and this is my final big picture point on this. We've by paying these.
Damn, they're not really the fucking truth. That's why they gotta pay for people to like them. People don't actually just attract them. People ain't just actually liking them. Before Gilly had all the money Gilly was doing what he was doing, and all the traffic was at Gilly's face. Before anybody was doing, before Cat Williams got all the money, niggas was still looking at Cat Williams the same day looking at him now. I'm saying you can't get mad because people like someone else more than You just gotta congratulate them, and be like, yo, you had your time, you had your time to be likable, You ain't gotta hurt other people so you could be liked, so people could look at them in a wrong matter, and just like, come on, bro.
These athletes, all of this money that we pay athletes now, all this money that we pay these television characters, we've transferred a lot of power over to people that hit the genetics lottery and never had to truly focus on developing intellectually. And that's not me taking a shot at these athletes. It's just talking.
That's all I'm trying to say. Shannon Sharpe probably a little bit more articulate, know a little bit more big words than Shaq. Shaq ain't feeling like, yo, this simple motherfucker, this fucking Green Mile motherfucker, like this nigga, and he mad, but you ain't gotta be mad, You don't have to be mad, GG. That's straight fact, GG. What's good, GG? The daughters, I even school brothers went from school with Steve. Was popping with y'all, the daughters. I'm saying, you can't don't get mad at somebody because they read it better than you. I mean, the nigga does got glasses on, bro. You know what I'm saying? He always had glasses on, so maybe the nigga knows how to read a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Better than you, Shaq. You ain't gotta get mad, the daughter. And they saying that Shannon Sharpe was trying to rip off. Shannon Sharpe was trying to rip off ESPN, like, there's so much that goes into this stuff, but we're going to get everybody's opinion. So
let's focus on, I don't mess with Whitlock. I avoid Whitlock. Whitlock's the bad guy. There go the bad guy, Jason Whitlock. Oh, he's terrible. He believes in the patriarchy. He believes in the Bible. He believes in male leadership. He tries to avoid and confess his sins. He calls out the alphabet mafia, that army. And he's the bad guy, and we got to stay away from him. And he had E. Michael Jones on his show. He's anti-Semitic. The people avoiding me.
I'm telling you this, Shaq. I'm showing you this, Shaq. when Kobe Bryant died, when Kobe Bryant died, your thoughts would have better not have been bad, because they was guess what, that shit, all this right here is gonna come and bite you in your ass. If you was even, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, who won now? If you was even thought like that, I'm telling you, GG, you better be careful, though, not the way you think because it seems like you in competition with motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So you're going down motherfuckers, niggas, everybody's great. You get to be great, everybody else gets to be great. You just don't get to be great in this lifetime. Everybody gets to be great in their lifetime. They happen to evolve, transform to the greater, you know what I'm saying? The Super Saiyan they self, then that's what it is, Super Saiyan yourself, real shit, you qualify, bro. You qualify, make yourself qualified, You know what I'm saying? Shaq just qualified. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant had to work his way to qualify, and when he worked his way, guess what? Consistency is going to outshine greatness no matter what. Shaq probably was big. He probably could knock a fucking rim down and everything like that. But this nigga working every motherfucking day surpassed this nigga, You know what I'm saying? Why he's great, he's eating, he's doing this, he's getting unhealthy. He don't want to train and shit. He don't really want to run up and down the court, So niggas get things. So hopefully that ain't what's going on here, bro. Hopefully you ain't have Kobe Bryant in your thoughts, trying to tell you that, because the angels in the outfit, they're avoiding
me. They're avoiding my biblical worldview. And that's not me. I'm a degenerate, not on Shannon Sharpe's level, but, I'm a degenerate. All right. But I've submitted and I'm serving and I've been made anew. And so those things are in my past. And so I'm trying to lead you all down this path a better way. And so, yes, people are going to avoid me because I wear my belief in Christ on my sleeve. And I'm telling you all, you need to be leery of the people that avoid me because they're telling on themselves. I'm not saying everybody's got to like me, but when you actively are like, I hate Whitlock and I can't be associated with, I can't be pictured, I can't retweet, I can't do this, I can't do that, you're actually telling on yourself. And no one has been told on themselves better than Shannon Sharpe. And he's been doing it for years in plain sight. Your idolatry, your racial idolatry, your just idolatry of just idols and icons, and your idolatry of money. Oh, Shannon Sharpe's rich. And he's making all this money on YouTube. I must follow him and I must defend him because he's important to the culture. Dude's a fraud. And it's now being exposed. And those of you that have run up behind him and defended him at every turn, you look foolish.
He's a little hating too, on his podcast. Why you hating that you ain't got the Cat Williams podcast? You think Cat Williams went over there, for no reason? Cat Williams didn't go over there for no reason. Cat Williams didn't give anybody an interview, He went over there for a reason.
The story of Snowshay. The new O.J. Simpson. This all could have been avoided. Shannon Sharpe yesterday cut and pasted a statement.
How he's the new O.J. Simpson nigga? O.J. Simpson went on trial for murder, bro. Like, what is your fucking problem, bro? Like, O.J. was on trial for killing his own fucking life. Like, what, how is he the new O.J. Simpson, bro? Like, niggas just be throwing out these fucking quotes, makes them look fucking dumb. What this nigga drunk a little bit? I don't know. Look in his eyes, what's up with this nigga? This nigga's wilding, bro. Yo, don't drink no cheap Tito's,
That someone wrote for him, explaining why he's walking away from or stepping away from ESPN. And people are, he's stepping away before they fire him, or he said this is a smart move. Let me read the statement that he cut and pasted. Someone texted it to him, one of it, and he rushed to Twitter to put it out. My statement is found here. That's unbelievable. My statement, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. He's talking about the young girl, Gabby, or Carly, I think, on OnlyFans, that has accused him of sexual assault, accused him of choking her. At this juncture, I'm
all the promotion she got, imagine what she's doing now, She got OnlyFans. Imagine what she's doing now. She's all the way up, Like, everybody's hitting her up, but I don't know why motherfuckers would hit her up, You didn't see what the fuck she just did?
Electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. That's the statement. Here's my read on the statement. And I could be wrong, but I tend to think I'm right here. Shannon Sharpe and ESPN are in a negotiation about his exit. And this is how these things play out. If Shannon Sharpe quits, whatever that contract he signed with ESPN in the past 6 months to a year, if he quits, he surrenders all that money.
Everybody be
He's trying to take his bag.
Bro.
Are they trying to take his bag because he's getting a bag?
If ESPN can fire him for cause, he surrenders all that money that's on paper from ESPN. And so Shannon Sharpe, trust me, the New York Post published a story today about this Michelle Bundy, one of Shannon Sharpe's ex-girlfriends, who has been saying for years that he attacked her, strangled her, threatened her, you know, the horrifying, all this other stuff. Story about her. Front Office Sports yesterday reported the story that I have been telling you about, that when Shannon Sharpe was at FS1, Freak Sports 1, and during the time that I was there, Front Office Sports has reported the story about the young, I believe the woman was 24, 25-ish, white girl, that my understanding, she was involved in a consensual relationship with Shannon Sharpe. This is my understanding. I was there at the time, heard this story in real time. It was the talk all throughout FS1. Shannon Sharpe and the production assistant that claimed Shannon Sharpe strangled her inside the Fox Sports studios, not the actual show studios, but in the building, the work area. And eventually, I think they moved this woman away from that show and gave her a different job. But everybody at FS1 knew this story. Front Office Sports, and so this had to be 2018, 2019. Everybody talk about this story. Front Office Sports is reporting.
That's why it seems like it's even a bigger plot. If everybody knew about that story, it seems like it's even a bigger plot, Gigi. Like, all right, go get that, go get Shorty right there, Dada. That story was going around the workplace.
That Fox Sports and Shannon Sharpe or some reached a financial settlement with this young woman. Similar claims as the current woman. There's a pattern here. And so when you're looking at Shannon Sharpe and what's going on with he and ESPN and why he's trying to negotiate his way out, he doesn't want to quit. He wants ESPN to have to fire him without cause so that he can get some of that money that ESPN owes him. I imagine they probably signed him to a pretty substantial contract, maybe in the $4 or $5 million range. Who knows? I don't know, per year. And who knows? Maybe it's more than that, because he had great impact on First Take's television ratings, but he was only on there like twice a week. But regardless, Shannon Sharpe wants that money, because if he's going to survive, even in the podcast space, he's going to have to reach a bunch more settlements with potential accusers.
I feel like more or less that Shannon Sharpe, for him to be a football star, whatever the case may be, the nigga, you know what I'm saying? He actually got his literature right, He knows how to do the podcast space. He talks right, he talks proper, he talks, you know what I'm saying? He talks on point, GG. So most of the less, he actually got his grammar right. He knows how to, you know what I'm saying, make people like him, you know what I'm saying? The nigga's a big ass teddy bear, and people ain't liking that, They ain't liking it. Like, he could read a book.
What is Tony Busby, the lawyer that represents the woman with the $50 million lawsuit? What's his pattern as it relates to Deshaun Watson, Diddy? What he kicks up enough dust and enough controversy that other accusers come out of the woodwork and they all want settlements. They all want to join the lawsuit. And so Shannon Sharpe needs as much money, cash as he can get, because he's got some settlements that he needs to put in place so that he can eventually quiet down all the conversation about him and make sure all of his accusers are financially satisfied, so he can then go back to pretending like, oh, it's all a lie. And
all the accusers, what accusers, GG? Like, man, these niggas trying to diddy Shannon Sharpe, the data. They trying to do this man dirty, the data. But did he get done dirty? Nah, did he ain't getting done dirty, the data. He ain't getting done dirty, GG. Again, it seems like motherfuckers, the data, don't like this man, the data. This is a crazy situation, bro. Shannon Sharpe gotta keep this fucking shit together. I bet Shannon Sharpe's attorney's gonna give us what the fuck he needs. Well, we need to hear from him. That's what he's gonna do.
Backing the bus over him, throwing him on the ground, just backing a bus over his client. I don't get this. I don't understand it. I don't see how it happened. That's
Shaq's best friend, the Dada. He's a Shaq. Shannon's attorney, the Dada, is a Shaq fan.
Shannon Sharpe is going to be Lee Harvey Oswald. I'm just a patsy. I'm not saying that he didn't violate this young woman, but damn, with this type of lawyering, boy, this ain't Johnny Cochran. This ain't, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. This is somebody coming into the courtroom like, dog, he did it, and we tried to pay $10 million to get this wench to shut up. Didn't happen. Let's play the clip. SOT 6.
Did you and Shannon offer to settle these accusations?
Yes, there was a settlement offer made by Mr. Sharpe. I will only generally say to you that it was in the tens of millions of dollars demanded by the plaintiff in return for her silence. That's under any definition commonly understood. That is blackmail. And Mr. Sharpe was willing to pay an amount in the tens of millions of dollars, but no final agreement could be reached. And we thought we were still in the middle of discussions when, without warning, the mediator, who's a retired judge, ourselves as lawyers.
This nigga Shannon Sharpe that is willing to pay tens of millions of fucking dollars for what? That phone conversation, nigga? Like, what the fuck are you so? I think Shannon Sharpe that he's like, yo, he's nervous and shit like that. He's like, yo, these people that is actually out for me, what the fuck? Shannon, stay right, stay more righteous, bro. Like, stay more righteous, GG.
Without any prior warning, still thinking that we were close to a final agreement.
Don't give him more than 10 mil. You crazy as fuck if you're gonna give him more than 10 mil, so you better cut it short, They trying to fucking extort you, nigga, for everything. For everything.
Plaintiff and her lawyer.
But it's a scare tactic, It's a scare tactic. Stand out business, bro. If you actually, you know what I'm saying? If you know what it is, if your relationship was a good relationship, man, don't let them just put a narrative out there. You get so scared of the narrative that out there that you just believe in their lies. You can't don't believe people's lies, son. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe people's lies, especially if they're lying on you, bro.
From Houston, filed a case in Texas, publicly accusing my client of lies and willful, harmful lies by using the rape word when it was she knows, 100% knows. And the evidence will show that she knew that this was entirely consensual. So we were of the belief on our side that we had an agreement without any warning. Not even the mediator, who is a retired judge, was given a warning out of courtesy. This case was filed and the public charges went throughout the media before we even knew that the discussions were over and the case had been filed.
Yeah, it's a plot.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear the same thing I just heard? The man started out, she was blackmailing us. That was blackmail. and we were willing to meet her blackmail demands, Shannon Sharpe was going to give her $10 million. And then without any warning, she says, nah, I'm file this $50 million suit. Screw the tens of millions of dollars. I want to take Shannon down. This woman don't care about the money. She's got dirt on Shannon Sharpe. He knows it's an impossible explanation. The woman was 19 when they met. The dude, he was 54.
Nigga, what that got to do with anything? She was legal.
Yeah. Look, this is a cautionary tale. You can make fun of me. You can not like me. You can think I'm jealous. You can think, oh, Jason doesn't like black men.
Nah, Dada, you jealous, bro. You jealous on this man, Dada. It is true, that you ain't got to tell us that for us to see it, Dada. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, there are a group of people out there, and it's a lot of y'all. Black people, white people, Jewish people, liberal.
You know how like, all right, if you paying for it, you paying for it. But you know what type of person you gotta be to be 60 years old, and bag someone that's 20, 25, what the fuck, they ain't trying to fuck with no fucking 60-year-old no niggas. Who knows what they trying to fuck with? But I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be an attractive motherfucker, and maybe you not that attractive, ain't like you could go back to 25-year-old, 22-year-old, 19-year-old. You can't just automatically do that, you know what I'm saying?
Liberal people, conservative people. Jason, don't give black men good advice. Make sure they're all just as irresponsible, controlled by their smallest head, like Shannon Sharpe, so we can continue to put puppet strings on them and use them whenever we need a useful idiot. I sit here and try to tell you, be careful. Don't fall for them big cans and peanut butter skin. I sit here and try to tell you, have a public life, a private life, and a personal life. I sit here and tell you, beware of these women. Quit running around trying to prove how super masculine you are by sleeping with all these different women. Quit trying to prove how black you are by going out and playing this ghetto character. Once you adopt that character to make money, now you're addicted to that character. And so y'all can get mad at me all you want for trying to give black men the advice, and just men in general, the advice they need to survive this feminist, matriarchal, wicked world that has been constructed here in America.
Bro, if you gotta sleep with mad girls to show that you're heterosexual, that don't even make sense. That don't even like that's different. That's a little feminine right there. You gotta sleep. You gotta show niggas that you fucking bitches. That's a little. You don't gotta show niggas what the fuck they gotta know. What dude should a nigga should have to be? A nigga should never worry about what another man is doing in his bedroom. Like, that's not a situation that you worry about. You're not over here peeking, hearing, listening to doors closed while niggas not, nigga. That's not what's going on here. That's not what happens, bro. You let a man go in his room, you go in your room, that's just what it is, You ain't worried about what he's doing in his room. What the fuck? That's a little weird.
And globally, Shannon Sharpe is in a lot of trouble.
Hey, I had horrible experiences buying and selling my home, so we built.
And you know, some niggas is like that, Some niggas is actually like that, Some niggas will tell you what they've been doing in your room.
Understand this?
People tell you what you're doing in your room. I mean, what what they doing in their room. Me, most likely, if it's somebody that is like, if they tell me what they doing with their wife or their girlfriend, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear what you doing with your wife, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You can talk about somebody you got. I bet you can tell me your story and shit like that. But don't be telling me what you got going on with your significant other. You know what I'm saying? Your wife, your girlfriend, none of that shit. No, like, we don't want to hear what the fuck y'all doing in there. That's a fact.
That you put on this pedestal, Unc, and he's Club Shay Shay, and Jason, you just don't like him because he's black. I'm like, no, you don't know him. I do know him. I know what transpired in Fox Sports. You're going to get embarrassed, and if he doesn't humble himself, repent, submit, he's going to get embarrassed. And I tried to warn y'all. And no one wanted to hear it. And so I circled back. We found this clip, and when we dig back, we can find the clip from a year ago with Charlie Dixon. But I circled back in January when the Joy Taylor thing popped off. This is in January. And I was like, hey, be careful here. Be careful here, Shay. Humble yourself. You could get yourself in a lot of trouble because you have an amazing HR file.
Why should he have to humble himself, Dandara? Like, how humble? Like, he's popping and shit a little bit, Dandara. He's having a little fun. Why does he have to be all the way humble, Dandara? Why does he? You know, I understand that you're saying, yo, oh, you gotta have care in the world, Dandara. You gotta care about something because the nigga ain't got no care. He's having fun, Dandara. He's chilling, Dandara. He ain't doing nothing illegal, Dandara. But they trying to say it was illegal, but he ain't doing nothing illegal. Humble what? The fuck? Cause you not active, Dandara. You want him to be humble? I don't get it, GG. I don't get it, bro. How other people's energy and persona that irritates other people's soul. Like, why is his fucking persona irritating you? What does it fucking, like, what the fuck, nigga? It wouldn't make sense.
Wow. There was an HR file at CBS Sports. There was an HR file at Fox Sports. I want to play you side number 9. This is just a reminder of me trying to warn you of what was going to transpire. You've heard me allude to Shannon Sharpe's not anywhere in this lawsuit. But trust me, they got an HR file on Shannon Sharpe that would make your head spin. The things that Shannon Sharpe did at FS1 make Joy Taylor look like Mother Teresa. But I'll leave it there because I don't want people to think I'm just unfairly going after Shannon Sharpe, although at some point I'm going to transition to why I think Shannon Sharpe is the person pulling the strings on all of this. So that was in January, me talking about the Joy Taylor, New Scene, Fargy lawsuit, Skip Bayless offered $1 million to getting some makeup artist panties, all of that.
You gotta know, you gotta know to hold people accountable, I'm the type of nigga I'll hold you accountable for getting me fucking sick. If you was to be sick, come over here and start dapping people up and start getting people sick. Like you got no care. You know you're sick. But you dapping people up. You want other people to get sick, but you want to be around people so people. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta tell people, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. You gotta hold people accountable for everything they doing because some people just blatantly just doing they don't want to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, you know what you was doing.
And
if you did it, you gotta be strong.
She made allegations against Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless, and that was me then using that to remind everyone that I felt like Shannon Sharpe was striking revenge against Skip Bayless because he's still upset about that, and striking revenge against Charlie Dixon, the executive, because he was still upset about that. And I was saying, they got dirt on you too, bro. And
so it's a war thing. It's a war thing. Then Shaq over here, you know what I'm saying? Shaq over here, him and Shaq is beefing. I don't know what the fuck him and Shaq is beefing for, but Shaq happened to have a little bit worse for Max Barnes exposure. After Max Barnes exposed him, he said something.
Okay, so on today's video, we got to talk about Shaq, guys. Shaq responded to the news that's going around circulating that DJ Academics had exposed on his platform. Academics was reacting to a video that I had posted almost a year ago highlighting Shannon Sharpe and Shaq's beef. Academics had put out the information that Matt Barnes put out a PSA that Shaq is paying top dollar to get information on Shannon Sharpe. Let's check out that clip again right here, guys.
The fact he's so petty, it's either he got too much money or there's some other issue going on. I don't really care to know. But when it came to the Shannon Sharpe, I was like, I thought it was just me because I know rappers don't like me for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? But with the Shannon Sharpe, I'm like, wait, Shannon just disagreed with you and kind of like calls you a hater. How do you hate him that much? Because he went off on his tirade. Hold on, we already just played the audio. Let me play the audio again. Like, Matt Barnes runs the whole podcast. Why the hell Matt Barnes sounded like like he's Lil Woody on the phone. Why are you saying this?
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday.
I'm saying that when you see some people could take a joke, right? Shannon Sharpe, Shaq could take jokes. These niggas take jokes. Everybody could take certain jokes and shit like that. Shannon Sharpe, don't look like he wants to be joked on. He want like he could take a joke, and then you joking on him or you doing this shit. What you mean? Matt Barnes is over here just going like, yo, we see that this nigga's going to get depressed and shit like that. He does a good job on his show. Like fucking like hold on, like you know what I'm saying? Hold up, wait a minute. Shaq's the one that, you know what I'm saying, got this shit going on.
And Shaq said,
people take jokes. You don't want someone to take a joke and hurt themselves or get themselves depressed, and you're just trying to take niggas' frequency. Because you got named in the Diddy situation. Nigga, you wasn't laughing, nigga, when you got named in a Diddy situation. When Diddy said Shaq and his whole family, nigga, you was not laughing, nigga. You didn't take that shit happily, You can't just move on, You ain't like you stood away, for a little bit, You just chilling, Yeah, after Diddy got knocked and shit like that, yeah, you start talking more. You start, nigga, get right, So don't try to do what got done to you. Don't try to do this shit in the sharp, Like that's just the game that niggas is playing, They just play that game, GG, and it's fucked up, You know what I'm saying? So homie's like, yo, this nigga probably, you know what I'm saying, can't take this type of pressure, Let me tell the truth about this situation right now, because it's fucking kidding games, jokes, Look at Mr. Shaq, Mr. Sheriff, wanna, like, come on, bro. That's not how you run game.
that he's paying top dollar for any information on the old boy. So again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around. So just want to put that out there.
Everybody.
Hey, he said, please, please, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back from a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this. But please, please, please keep his name quiet.
So anyway, I just had to put that out there because all that little lovable Shaq.
Now Shaq and Mark Barnes, now Shaq and Matt Barnes, they ain't like each other. But Shaq's about to roast the shit out of Matt Barnes. He's gonna try to get at Matt Barnes, but Shaq, stop, nigga. Stop. You can't clean dirt with dirt, nigga. Stop it, nigga, already. Just stop, nigga. Stop hating, nigga. Stop hating on Kobe. Stop hating on Shannon Sharpe. Don't hate on Matt. Just stop, nigga. Just stop already, GG. Fuck, nigga.
It's like, I'm telling you, it's all cap.
That's the video footage Academics had put out on his platform, and everybody was like, yo, could this be the reason why Shannon Sharpe is in trouble right now? Does this involve Shaq? Because remember, Just Hilarious even said that Shaq had white women in his house.
Quick random observation. I'm at Shaq's house yesterday, right? And this man is living like Neo. He got 4 white big booties and then like one.
Wanna be Shannon Sharpe. She's saying, like, look at this nigga wants to be Shannon Sharpe. That's how Shannon Sharpe, you know what I'm saying? Shaq like the hood bitch. He fucking with bitches like from Love and Hip Hop. What is that shit called? That show with New York. With New York and what's that other girl called? Hoops. He's fucking with bitches like that. But you see Shannon Sharpe, you think he wants to be ESPN. He's been on ESPN lately. He want to be a podcaster. He looks up to Shannon Sharpe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. But Shannon Sharpe been doing that.
One is in the kitchen cleaning, the other one is in the basement. Like
Shaq,
4.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know another Shaq. I couldn't believe
getting there.
4 white women.
So there could be a correlation with that, right? But Shaq had responded to it on his Instagram page. Let's check out the video footage Shaq had put out on his IG page, guys. Here's that video right here.
Hey, this is Shaq. I'm paying top dollar information. You know where Charles Barkley's at?
Yeah, I know where Charles is at. I got him.
All right. I'm also paying information. You know where Kenny the Jet Smith at?
Yes. I got Kenny too. I know exactly where he's at.
Okay, now this one right here gets you going to I'm gonna give you some motherfucking big dollars. Do you know where Ernie Johnson is at?
Ooh, let me work on that one right quick. That's a tough one.
All right. Remember, I'm paying top dollar for all that information. Love you, boy. All right, hey, don't tell nobody.
All right, one.
All right, go.
So as you can see, Shaq is.
He said, how dumb does that shit sound? It sounds that stupid, bro. That's what Shaq's trying to say. But Shaq, maybe you just slip the fuck up. I know you ain't dumb, nigga. We know you ain't dumb, nigga. But damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you fucking up, GG.
Trying to play into the situation. Like, yo, hey, remember, I'm paying top dollar. Like, he's trying to get ahead of the situation to make it seem like, you know, it's a joke that Matt Barnes said that, you know, he's paying top dollar to get information.
And that's how you know that he don't give a fuck about the situation. You think he's going to joke about a situation? He would be like, yo, don't put my name in it. But yeah, he's a jokester, so he's going to joke. He don't give a fuck. Shannon Sharpe, feels down, depressed, the nigga hurt, wants to hurt himself, because niggas put out photos I get you. He just like, look at this nigga, he tricked this nigga, we got it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a punk video, It's funny to him, you know what I'm saying? But it's real life. Like, people gotta take, like, people rich people, they get entertainment, by hurting people, other people's emotions, because that emotions cost more than anything, they rich, they don't got time. Their entertainment's different. They type of entertainment is different. You know, Shaq is laughing his ass off right now, nigga. And then to put out that video, shows,
You know, Shannon Sharpe. But we all know Shaq is sensitive. We all know that it's true that Shaq would do stuff like that, because this is not the first time Shaq's name has been involved in something like this. As you can see, academics even reacted more to that as well.
So again, like, I remember when Shaq was talking so crazy, I'm like, what the fuck? So after I had to do a whole deep digging into Shaq's history, because even when I was talking to Gilly, Gilly was like, yo, Ak, I'm going to be honest with you. Shaq tapped in with the streets. I'm like, bro, we're talking about Superman, the nigga who, like, fucking is the big goofball at the NBA All-Star games, like, dribbling like crazy, and we laugh at him and we love him. And they're like,
you mean to tell me this is street shit? This is street shit. Like, come on, bro. Tapped in with the streets, Yeah, I know. Anybody with money is tapped in with the streets,
Like, no, he's tapped in, and I'm like, what? But I went into all his history. Shaq think he a street nigga. So anyway, I just had to put that out there because all that little lovable Shaq shit is like, I'm telling you, it's all cap. All cap. Like, nigga talk like he's a Big U descendant. Except Big U broke compared to him. Like, he's rich. You know what I mean? Shaq ain't gonna bust a grape and fruit fight. But he'll pay for niggas to get you hemmed up, beat up, shot, stabbed, killed. And the funny thing, and I'm like, nigga, you know, this could be an open air. Like, Shaq, nobody's impervious. It don't matter how long you live on this earth, my nigga. They'll get you at some point. Like,
so yeah, guys, that's how petty Shaq is, man. If you get into a beef with him, man, he's definitely one of those type of guys that pay top dollars to try to destroy your career just so he can have a ha, point your finger.
Damn, that's crazy, and that's just supposed to be funny. And that's funny, And this is what motherfuckers do. Niggas get laughed and giggles. But they ain't really going hard like how the Diddy's news broke, People understand that this just gotta be a situation going on, But let's get a perspective from Mace and Beth.
Sharp stuff. For those who are watching this new episode, basically he was being accused of sexual assault. On the side, he tried to offer the victim $10 million. She declined it. Now they're trying to take 50. She declined it. Oh, he offered, yes, $10 million. They declined it. They want $50 million out of the case. Audio files have been released. Text messages have been released. He released the video.
What is saying audio? Because I want to make sure what I heard
something
was
about choking her, and she was like, I don't want to be choked. And he was like, yes, you do. But he's claiming it was an edited audio file. It's a lot of different parts. And I know for the audience, I'm summing it up. If you want to know more details, it is online. But Mace.
It's new, and also Mace.
If this is an edited file, they can't show edited files, They can't show edited files. You can't make something look like a narrative, You're going to lose that case, bro. You can't do that in court, bro. You can't be showing, and you can't show no edited file. You're going to have to show the real file,
Mace's new audio came out yesterday. He said, "Oh, you want a big back? I put a big black baby."
Man!
He said, "A little white girl put a big black baby in you," or something to that effect.
Wow! This is a lot. Where do we start? The girl is 19. He's how old?
54 or 56. One of the
50. Let's just say 50, in the late 50s, right? So he's in his late 50s. She 19. This is a lot. This is a lot because I know when I'm hearing people, they're like, "Well, this wouldn't have happened with a black girl." Let's start right there. With a black girl, he probably would have paid child support.
with a bad girl, nigga, you would have got back door, nigga. They would have been at your door like how academics at. Now they was at academics door, the dada. See, that's what happens when you fucking with the hood girls. The hood girls, the white girls take you to court. The hood girls gonna put you on a fucking tombstone, the dada. That's a fact.
There's a lot of things. It would have been easier. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not for this, but it would have been easier with a black girl if let's say she was from the.
Yo, tell Stacks that I'm trying to do I'm trying to be on a podcast, I'm trying to fuck with Stacks, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Do some segments and shit.
Projects. Her name was LaTanya. You know. He wouldn't have been paying what he's paying. I just know that much. Y'all think I be laughing? I'm not trying to see. This is why I don't talk. Y'all don't think I'm not trying to make light. This is a serious matter.
You see, Maze comes from the hood, like Killer comes from the hood, so they know this shit's crazy. Nigga, this shit's funny, but they laughing at the situation. But Mace understands that Shannon Sharpe, he's not laughing at the situation. He's actually being paid. He's actually hurt, GG. You know what I'm saying? That's just fact. Your boy Shannon, you gotta watch it. Don't y'all niggas don't roast Shannon. Don't roast Shannon. We don't want nothing to happen with Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not too tough. You know what I'm saying? He's a big ass teddy bear. Y'all gonna put all these things on a teddy bear? That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Matter, right? this is a real serious matter. Let's make it serious because I'm not trying to joke. People would say that a man only end up here when he's being arrogant, right? When people get a bunch of money, they think they could do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been rich. I'm rich. Killer's rich. He's been rich. You know, a lot of people been rich and they still are rich, but
60 acting like you're fucking 17 is different. 60 acting like you're 19, like you're 20, nigga, like you're 21, nigga, like your shared experience of life is different, That is a fact, You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you should have found a shorty with your wage. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we've ever gotten to the place where we're takers. You know, this is what I'm getting at. And for him to offer 10 million says that there might be some truth to this, because I'm not offering nobody no 10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason the 10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the 10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right?
Shaq needs his cut, Shaq needs his cut, You think Shaq don't need his fucking cut, nigga?
Why y'all keep laughing at?
Nigga, we serious, nigga. What you think, nigga? Shaq needs his fucking cut. 10 million. Nigga, Shaq spends 10 million on fishes, nigga. Fuck you talk about 10 million ain't enough, nigga. Shannon Sharpe, 10 million ain't enough, you know what I'm saying? He needs the whole 50, because Shaq needs some, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shaq needs some shit too, Shaq's gonna give him like 3, you know, he's gonna keep like 48.
I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on him. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
You was asking about college.
Yeah, this is your Thurgood Marshall right here. Him right there. For real? Yeah, that nigga worth a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. He was like, 10 is my 10. You got to put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long. I know this is how peace think, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody's watching this and you know that, baby, you just put it in the chat and say it's Mace lying. And then another thing I want to look at in this whole entire case, right? I heard something about 50 or 25,000 a cheek.
25,000 a cheek.
That's what she texted him. She need 25,000 per cheek.
What are you doing with a cheek to pay 25?
Wow, crazy.
No, this is a lot. Paul, this is a lot to unpack. Just really thinking about it from an objective point of view. We pray all of this is like a fallacy or some kind of hoax or something like this, because he was about to get a bunch of money. And you know, when you're about to get a bunch of money, people that hate on you just wait until you're about to get that money and rain on your parade. But we can't say that. And that's why I wanted to say it, to get Stats' opinion. I knew when I said that she was going to go, yeah. No, you can't be on your way to 100 million. I keep telling Killer, right? And niggas picking these kind of girls. You can't do that. We talked about this with Ant-Man. We talked about this with several players. You just can't do that. You about to get 100 million. You can't throw it away for an IG model. Is she an IG model?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, girl. That's a fact. At the end of the day, don't think because you start getting 100 million, that shit starts getting easier. Nah, everything's always gonna feel the same. From when you broke to when you rich, if you're living righteously, nigga, you gonna get out a girl with 100 million, nigga. She gonna play games too, She gonna play. She ain't just gonna throw it at you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be the same situation, but no, you want to fast and think you want to feel like you this and that. You know, money makes you feel that way. If that's the case, have your masseuses, or whatever the case may be. Have certain girls that you already been like dealing with the cases for long, but it gets like yeah, it's a fact that you're gonna have to upgrade your whole lifestyle. The girls you fucking with, everything.
Fans, how does that work?
She got her separate account and she do her thing on there and people pay.
Is that the one like when people show their feet?
You can. It's whatever the client wants.
So just think about this. What can he do at this point? What can he do at this point?
Yeah, I pay.
He's not wrong.
I don't want him to pay, but he already made an offer.
Who told him that?
Huh?
Who told him to make an offer?
I don't know. It must be bad if you want to make an offer.
I'm not making no offer. Niggas can say what they want. I'm not making no offer. I'm going to court. You gotta get it through the courts.
Yeah, listen.
That's how you supposed to do it. I'm not giving up no money.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like she wanted abuse. So to be fair about it, she wanted anal sex and got mad because he didn't put a condom on. It sounded like she wanted some. I was put it like this. My personal opinion is what I was rocking with. I was rocking with Shannon. Like, this is Shakedown because he moved from Cali to Nevada. She moved from Cali to Nevada, and I was obviously 100% saying this some fucked up shit until I found out he offered money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I was pretty much just having fun, but pause.
That's why you don't offer money. You got her moving to Nevada to this, and all this, you never go to like, oh yeah, here's money after you hit. Hell no, you can give up money. Like, yo, we going to the mall, whatever the case may be. Yeah, take 20 racks. We're about to splurge. If you can't hit off that, and do all the fuck you want, just be like, yo, you want to chill, you can't hit off that, you shouldn't be getting up with nobody, like, you ain't just, your race game ain't up, you know what I'm saying? You just don't got it, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, pay for it,
After you say you offer for 10, that changes everything.
Yeah, and then what he said also, I don't know if you know this part, when he made his statement, he said it's gonna be, he said, I believe with it.
If you can't buy a bottle of Henny and smoke a blunt with a shorty and smack it, you don't got it, You just don't got it, bro. Because they trying to have a good time. If they looking at you as a dollar profit, that means you got the wrong shorties around you. And you shouldn't even be fucking with them, Real shit. Because everybody's just trying to have a good time.
Trying to do is going to be 30 seconds of a sex tape that comes out that's going to try and make me look bad. If you want to if you want to do everything, he said, I don't have the tape. But if you want to show everything, show the whole 10 minutes. He said, but 30 seconds of this tape makes him look really bad. So now we got audio of him saying he's choked her. Once he's going to choke her, and he says some slick shit to her that little white girl, I put a black baby in you now, a violent 30 seconds of sex tape supposed to come out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if I hope all of this is untrue. If it is true, then they gotta do something about this. If ESPN can endure this, then they should give guys like Paul Pierce his job back. They should give Matt Barnes his job back.
Yep.
And even Michael Irvin, our own Michael Irvin, should get.
Matt Barnes and that happen to come back and be like, yo, at the end of the day, like that's different, bro. That's different. So Matt Barnes actually got Shannon Sharpe like back, GG. So
it is job back.
Yeah.
If people are not just gonna, honor what they're supposed to honor, to me, I believe that he should keep his job if he's innocent. But if he's guilty and ESPN keeps him, then ESPN need to give all those people their job back. But I don't really know how this is going to turn out.
That's very true.
And I saw really was the interview with.
Honestly, sometimes we need people who's going to be just so honest and so raw and uncut. Like we need people to be raw and uncut. Matter of fact, did Boozy speak about this situation? We need to see what the fuck Boozy said about it. Because you know what I'm saying? We need somebody who's going to keep it raw and uncut. Somebody who's just going to tell us directly what the fuck is actually happening. Because you already know what he said. Oh, I'll choke you. Like what the fuck, nigga? What the fuck, nigga? Me and my girl argue harder than that at the fucking public, nigga, at the fucking supermarket, nigga, over Oreos. I want the strawberry or I want the white one. Give me that. She got it, nigga. Come on, bro. Let's get right, bro. But it's sex allegations too with that, so we can't just take that like that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be right. But shit, he got like this nigga got set up. That's why with Shorty's like, yo, let's role play. I don't fucking role play. Oh, cuffs, no cuffs on me, no cuffs on you. You do that shit with your girl, with your personal girl, You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit with just random people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know people. That's why. You don't know how people is, So ain't gonna be no motherfucking role play, me being the bad guy coming in here, none of that shit, You fuck around role play, nigga, role play your ass right into the fucking cell, Like, yo, what the fuck? And that's the most harshest, that's gonna be the most harshest time, But I'm gonna let you know people don't get away with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they don't live on a good at a good frequency. People like that usually they start spiraling out of control.
Stephen A.
He's gonna start doing some drugs or some shit like that. She's already an OnlyFans. She's gonna start going down here. Like niggas gonna start. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be mass situations going on with her. She put herself in a situation. Life ain't gonna be all up and good because of it. If this is malice, I'm gonna let you know that now. So, man, y'all niggas fucking up your energy.
When he was speaking of it, and I was watching it very carefully, Killer.
Stephen A. said something about this already?
Yeah, because Stephen A., he didn't stand with Shannon Sharpe like he stood with Jay-Z. When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, the guy I know, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like, I wasn't there.
Yo,
in a nutshell.
Which he's trying to say that this is what's happening. These people, Jay-Z, all these people you let Cat Williams, you got a lot of people come up with and slander these people. These people they out to get you too. You gotta watch it. That's what he's saying. You gotta watch it. Jay-Z, you gotta watch it. Damn, nigga.
Oh yeah,
I gotta keep it in static. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there for Jay-Z neither. You wasn't there for Jay-Z. You were not there for Jay-Z, but you went out on a limb because of the character of guy you know. So I'm not saying you're wrong for that. I'm saying I would have thought that the same standard would be there, right? If for a guy you work with every day, or not every day, but
damn near.
And I'm not taking a shot at Stephen A. It's just an observation.
It does sound like you was taking a shot at Stephen A. From what you said, I didn't see Stephen A. shit, But what I'm gathering, what you said from Stephen A. said, he basically said, I don't know the nigga like that.
Well, I ain't putting my hundreds of millions on the line for him.
Yeah, he like, no, I want to hire the nigga. He a little freaky nigga. I don't really know the nigga that well.
But you know Jay-Z.
Whatever happened, or whatever happens. I already know Stephen A. He one of them people like, dude, this is going to interfere with me. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Stephen A. is corporate.
He said, I recruited Shannon, but I'm not the boss. Basically, the other higher-ups have to deal with it. That's what he said, verbatim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, basically.
Is that throwing him under the bus?
Not a little bit, but not really.
In the streets, it's throwing you under the bus.
Yes.
But for corporate, he's not, because he's like, I hired you, and if I hire you and you do something crazy, then now ESPN is going to look at me when I bring somebody new in here like, can we trust my decision making? And I need them to know.
Right.
I brought them here on talent. I didn't bring them here on morals and principles, because you got to remember this whole situation, as the history goes, a couple months into the deal when he brought him in there was already an allegation. You know what I'm saying? So now, with this coming out, it's just like the second thing, because remember, there's the tape. And Walt Disney can't do that.
I agree with the part you said. Niggas that they fired for less.
Yeah, they fired a lot of people for less.
Yeah. Stephen A. said, I don't know the nigga, huh? I got to go watch.
So it's always okay to make up certain shit, and to let people get fired and shit like that. That's how you got to be. That's like, these niggas, it's the perfect example why you need to work on your own show and be independent and shit like that. No one can fire Cam and these niggas, they gonna be on their shows, doing their thing, that's just what it is,
Shut up.
Yeah, but the messed up part is the $100 million. I hope he really get that $100 million. But let me ask you something, Killer. If you had $100 million on the table and a joint from back in the days just say, you know what, I need 50. When you didn't wild out, but you said some things on tape you wasn't supposed to say. Not that you did, but and she said, I need 50. What would be your response?
Take it to trial. I don't got $1, yo. I ain't got $1 for none of them old bitches. Yo, listen, man. That's why I got an iPhone 3. I got everything. And I got it all. I got 3 desktops full of information, all my phones. I got Nextel flip phones. I got all that because I know for a fact that it's a lot of angry women that things may not have worked out between not just me, anybody.
Yeah.
And then you come up and then they're mad about this is a recent situation. Yeah. You're right. You're 100% right. It's a bunch of females that been back in the days. Not like I said, don't even gotta be me and be like, oh, this nigga up, he don't remember he did this, he did that to me, he did this. You have to keep your receipts, yo. Everything, especially if you're right. If you're right, you have to. We're just in that world.
Yeah.
Think about this, even with the Puff shit, right? Lawsuit was coming out every 90 seconds. Every 90 seconds, a lawsuit was coming out to the point where they're like, ain't Jay-Z his man? Throw him in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, this is a scary time for players.
Yeah,
man. It's a real scary time.
That's the whole thing. I don't think it's a scary time for players. Me personally. I think it's a scary time for niggas who don't know how to move right.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say person like Puff, and I ain't jinxing nobody. I don't know his personal shit. Might be a little bit of karma with the shit he got going on. But when you somebody in newfound success, like I talked about this yesterday when you wasn't here, he has a different success now than from football. You attract a different audience. You gotta know how to move. You gotta know how to move when you're an athlete. I don't know, man. It's good that you gave a take. I think that your take was really good. I'd say, but I had to say yesterday, I don't really have much to say today.
Yeah. Last thing I'll add, 2025. I said it before. I'll say it again.
That's a fact, Dada. You got to watch it, GG. Now, you can't play with people who think that life's a fucking game, Dada, who just gonna blatantly lie on you, Dada, and giggle, Dada, for they shits and giggles, Dada. The fuck, Dada, life is real, Dada. You know what I'm saying? So watch who you letting people, Dada, you know what I'm saying, have in front of your name or whatever the case may be, GG, because that's just what it is, GG. That's a fact.
Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it?
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you said that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Race play, Shannon Sharpe. Race play. I didn't even want to talk about this, but the more videos I scroll past talking about Shannon Sharpe and this relationship that he had with this 19-year-old, and it's not just her with the race fetish. He obviously was turned on conversations as well, and he only released what she was saying.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
This whole $50 million lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe, it just took a wild turn. And now Cat Williams is jumping back into the mix, saying he warned Shannon this exact mess was coming.
But we need a real raw and cut. So Boosie did give his little acknowledgement on this. Let's see what Boosie got to say. Because Boosie keeps it thorough. Boosie keeps it thorough. So let's see what Boosie has to say about the situation.
Gabby.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
What the fuck? She sounds way younger now. They always playing, bro. She heard he was about to get that 100 million. I'm sick of these hoes, and they be knowing they can probably get a couple million to make it go away. Y'all making it bad for women and men. Successful men go be scared to talk to women. Shake my head. I'm sick of y'all broke pussy hoes talking this route to get money, taking this route to get money. Go to San Francisco, meet some tech guys, sell your pussy and get rich. Damn, Boosie kept it 1,000, Dada. I mean, she's the OnlyFans escort, Dada. You think this girl got any type of morals, Dada? Do you honestly believe that this girl got any type of morals, Gigi? That this girl just already, that this girl's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm doing something bad. I feel like I'm doing something bad. Hell no, Dada. She's gonna make you look bad, and she's gonna, you know what I'm saying, whatever place she needs to run Dada to get to the bad, that's what she's gonna do, Dada. Especially if someone else is telling her to run that play. It could be niggas be like, yo, what the fuck? Who you fucking with? Yo, run this play.
But Shannon wasn't trying.
Still not Shannon Sharpe, Dada. She's still getting, like, not even trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? She's still getting her ass with Dada. We talking about it. Nigga, she's fucking with right now. She's probably getting her ass with PG. Like, that's what she's doing, Dada. But she's telling her like Shannon Sharpe, but who knows?
Trying to hear it back then. When Cat pulled up to Club Shay Shay last year, he straight up told Shannon on camera that being a black man in the industry without discipline or self-respect, especially when it comes to bedroom behavior, is a dangerous game.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
We ain't know you look normal.
Amen, amen.
Gee, I kind of getting on there.
Right.
Cat didn't sugarcoat it. He told Shannon that stuff will come back around and wreck everything.
After that, I don't really know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why did he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
But Shannon laughed it off. Now fast forward to today, and boom, Shannon's caught up in a nasty legal mess. An OnlyFans model is suing him, claiming he did some disturbing stuff when she was just 19 and he was 54. And to make it worse, Shannon admitted to doing race play with her. That detail alone got fans straight up side-eyeing him like, bro, what were you thinking? People are saying he totally sabotaged himself. One moment he's climbing the media ladder. Next thing you know, he's getting dragged down by his own twisted choices. Folks online are saying he threw away generational wealth just to chase some wild bedroom drama. But here's where it really gets shady. This lawsuit drops right when Shannon was reportedly about to lock in a $100 million media deal.
We didn't make it about race. Shannon Sharpe did when he started going to find 19-year-old girls and training them how to degrade him racially in the bedroom. When he continued a relationship with somebody that was talking about she wanted his black baby gravy and wanted him to put a big black baby in her. And that's just the text messages that he released. So I know it's some more nasty, weirdo stuff in there beyond that. That's what he felt safe to show us.
Like the timing.
Yo. Of course it's gonna be a black girl, the daughter. You know what I'm saying? They fucking heated right now. The daughter, the black shorty's heated as fuck right now. The daughter, like, that shit hit different. The daughter, she's like, oh, this motherfucker over here want to put a baby in a white lady, huh? He want to put no baby in no black. Oh, we see how he is. We don't fuck with this nigga. He fucks with white girls. Stay the fuck over there. Don't you fuck with the bitches? I deal with them bitches. Like, yo, damn, GG, yo, give us some sympathy. But now you know they lying on us now. We don't give a fuck. We trying to give a white lady something. He ain't trying to get none of these other girls. Yo,
it's way too crazy to ignore. And on top of that, just a few months back, there were whispers that Shannon and Kat were cooking up a part 2 of their Club Shay interview.
Shannon fucked up, nigga. Shannon should have mad sisters or some shit like that. Come on, Shannon.
Now people are wondering, was Kat trying to save him or expose him?
Cat Williams said he left career-ending knockout blows out of his Club Shay interview.
If you think about everything he said that were going to happen, it came true. And the fact that he's saying, I held back a little bit, he probably had stuff on people and he just used jabs instead of throwing that haymaker.
There's a possibility that you might hear the haymakers very, very soon.
Now people are putting 2 and 2 together, asking, is this lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe just a random coincidence? Or is he being silenced, punished for giving someone like Cat Williams a voice?
Nigga, Cat Williams, fuck with you, get him on the platform tomorrow, nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Shannon Sharpe, the daughter, you fuck with Cat, tell Cat Williams to throw out them haymakers, nigga. If he actually fuck with you, the daughter. This shit go right away, the daughter.
On such a massive
if Cat Williams come back on your shit, this shit go right away.
Platform. But let's rewind. What exactly did Cat say about Shannon's downfall? And did he really warn him that the gatekeepers would use his own dirt to tear him down?
The liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer.
Cat definitely tried to put him on game. Months ago, he told Shannon to get it together, clean up his image, watch the people around him, and stop handing the power players loaded weapons to use against him later. But Shannon shrugged it off like it was no big deal. Now, Cat's warning looks spot on. This lawsuit just cracked open a mess that Shannon can't ignore. And what's even crazier is, if he's being targeted by the higher-ups, he basically made it easy for them. They didn't have to dig. He gave them all the dirt himself. Just check those bizarre texts Shannon personally released, where his accuser talks about degrading him through race play. Like, why would you even put that out there? We're talking about a 54-year-old man caught up in something seriously twisted with a 19-year-old white OnlyFans model, and now it's blowing up in his face. Fans aren't letting it slide either. They're calling it exactly what it is: perversion, reckless behavior, and a total lack of self-control. And guess what? That's the exact kind of stuff the elite love to dig into when you stop playing by their rules. They don't even have to cancel you. You'll do it to yourself. And if you missed all that, now you're caught up. On Sunday, April 20th, the news broke like wildfire. Somebody going by Jane Doe just dropped a heavy lawsuit on Shannon Sharpe out in Nevada. She's accusing him of griping her multiple times during what she says was a dark and twisted relationship that started after they met at a gym in LA back in 2023.
This just in, the Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Doe's allegedly victimized by the music mogul.
Yo, who the fuck is introducing these? Who the fuck is introducing these females to that lawyer? Like, who's introducing? Like, how does that lawyer meet all these females everywhere? How does that work, Dandada? Like, how does he actually that lawyer? Just that lawyer. I understand they went to different lawyers. They went to, you know what I'm saying? But how does that lawyer, Dandada, Y'all looking. That looks
Has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January.
And guess who's standing by Jane Doe's side? Big shot Houston lawyer Tony Busby, the same dude who's been lighting up headlines lately for filing lawsuits on behalf of Diddy's alleged victims and even trying to sue Jay-Z. Now he's coming for Shannon too. According to Jane Doe, things started off all good between them. But real quick, it took a turn for the worse. She says Shannon, who was 54 at the time, locked eyes with her when she was just 19 and straight up pursued her until she gave in and agreed to date him. But once they started casually linking up, she claims Shannon flipped the script and started treating her like she was nothing more than an object. Jane Doe accuses him of some seriously dark stuff. She says he would say creepy things like wanting to do stuff to her that would make no other man want her. It's beyond twisted, and it doesn't stop there. According to the lawsuit, Shannon somehow managed to sneak into Jane Doe's apartment complex without her even knowing or giving permission. Things got so scary that Jane Doe says during one terrifying encounter, Shannon totally lost it. Jane Doe says she tried to quietly share her location with her friends using her iPhone, but Shannon caught her doing it. This whole situation is spinning out of control fast, and the details just keep getting crazier. The moment Shannon realized Jane Doe was trying to share her location during that terrifying encounter, things got real ugly. She says he grabbed her by the neck and warned her, "If you ever do that again, I will you." Straight up chilling. After that, Jane Doe claims she tried to pull away from Shannon, especially after that messy IG Live incident last September. You know, the one where Shannon accidentally went live while laid up with another woman named Michelle. That moment went viral fast, and Jane Doe says it pushed her to finally start distancing herself. But according to her, Shannon wasn't about to let her go that easy. She says he kept coming after her, and then things took a dark turn again. On October 6th, 2024, Jane Doe claims Shannon forced her to perform an act on him while holding her down as she sobbed, and the horror didn't end there. She says Shannon went even further, and then allegedly doing it once more during another incident in January 2025. In the lawsuit, Jane Doe paints a disturbing picture, saying Shannon isn't just some retired sports legend. She calls him a flawed, narcissistic individual who spent years using his fame, money, and power to manipulate, control, and abuse.
Sounds like a girl, Dada, who she thought she had the #1 spot, and she wanted to be in that video with Shannon. She wished Shannon turned on the live when he was with her, Dada, and she did it, Dada. Now she's bitter. She's coming for this nigga, Dada. You ain't turn on the live with me, Dada. You turn on the live with this girl, Dada. Now it's a situation.
Abuse women. Through this lawsuit, she says she's trying to put a stop to it once and for all. She's demanding a jury trial and is asking for a massive $50 million in damages. As soon as news of the lawsuit hit the streets, Shannon didn't waste time firing back. Through his lawyer, Lanny Davis, Shannon posted a statement on social media, and in it, he exposed Jane Doe's real name, Gabriella Zinga. Turns out Gabriella's no stranger to the internet streets. She's pretty well known on OnlyFans and Instagram, where she goes by She Is Carly. This drama is getting messier by the minute. But here's where the whole situation spirals even crazier. In his official statement, Shannon didn't just deny all the accusations. He tried to flip the script by bringing up some graphic text.
Nigga, girls that do OnlyFans, nigga, they toxic as hell, nigga. They love that shit. They love motherfuckers and they talking shit to them. Everybody. They think all that shit's fun and games and shit like that. She gonna have the time of her life to not all the trolls and that's inboxing her and shit like that.
Messages he claims came from Gabriella Zinga. But instead of clearing his name, those texts ended up making everything way messier for him. Fans were already side-eyeing Shannon heavy for being 54 and messing with a 19-year-old. But once they found out he was into race play too, man, it just added a whole new level of cringe. In those alleged texts, Zinga supposedly told Shannon stuff like, "I want you to put a big black baby in me, and you better crave it, because you're going to be stuck with it for life." Wild doesn't even begin to cover it. Shannon's lawyer clapped back hard, saying Zinga's lawsuit is nothing but a blatant and cynical attempt to squeeze millions out of Shannon. They also said the lawsuit is loaded with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and promised it's going to crash and burn in court. But it doesn't stop there. Shannon's team hinted that Tony Busby might try to drop a secret recording.
Nah, that's definitely a fact. That's definitely like you didn't see the texts that she had the daughter. Like what the fuck?
Of Shannon and Zynga together, trying to twist a consensual moment into something darker. Shannon's side says they're ready for it, claiming everything between him and Zynga was fully consensual, and that it involved role-playing, wild language, and fantasy scenarios that Zynga herself requested. According to Shannon's lawyer, Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, and he will not be blackmailed into paying hush money. And about that audio clip Jane Doe already leaked, Shannon's lawyers are now saying Zynga heavily edited the recording to make things look way worse than they really were.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
I'm not forgetting.
You don't let people be sued. You see?
You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Because she's trying to play her narrative. And then people look at she's like, oh my God, look, I got him mad enough. Look, I caught him. And this is after he got caught messing with the other shorty, the daughter. That shit hit different, GG.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
This whole thing is blowing up bigger by the hour, and Shannon's scrambling to keep control of the narrative. Meanwhile, Shannon wasn't about to sit quiet. He dropped a video online where he straight up called the whole lawsuit a shakedown.
I'm gonna joke my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues.
Come here.
I want to
yeah, I'm joking you. Yeah.
This is a shakedown.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z.
He even took direct shots at lawyer Tony Busby, accusing him of having a track record of going after black men and dragging up Busby's failed case against Jay-Z as proof.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation.
Shannon didn't hold back, saying Busby's just trying to spin the story in the media to make him look bad.
And now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
And Shannon made it clear he's planning to fire back with a defamation lawsuit against both Busby and Gabriella Zynga. But just when it looked like Shannon was about to take control of the situation, things got even messier. Shannon's own lawyer had to come clean, admitting that earlier this year, Shannon actually offered Zynga at least $10 million to settle everything quietly and make the accusations disappear. Now, this got everybody scratching their heads, like, if Shannon's saying Zynga's lying and making all this up, why would he offer her that kind of money to stay silent? If you're innocent, why not just file that defamation suit from the jump instead of throwing out millions to bury it? Of course, Tony Busby wasn't about to miss his moment to clap back. He fired off a post on Instagram saying Shannon's own actions prove he's scared because Zynga's got real dirt on him. Busby wrote, on one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claim the case filed by Jane Doe is meritless. Yet on the other hand, they have now disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. That is a true statement. He even doubled down, confirming that Jane Doe was offered that bag, and she rejected it. Now the streets are buzzing even louder, and it's looking like this whole thing's about to get even uglier. Instead of taking that $10 million offer, Jane Doe decided to move forward with the lawsuit, and now Shannon's team is scrambling, trying to discredit her and even dox her. And like clockwork, Shannon's people are also taking shots at Tony Busby, just like everybody expected. But Busby isn't backing down. He said straight up, we are not going to be deterred by these tactics. But just when you thought this circus couldn't get any crazier, new reports popped up claiming that Cat Williams tried to warn Shannon multiple times about his reckless lifestyle and lack of self-control. Word is, Cat told Shannon point blank that his wild choices.
Let's hear something from, because Shannon Sharpe the dollar. It seems like Shannon Sharpe the dollar is still out there, the dollar doing his interview, still talking on the matter, the dollar, you know what I'm saying, and still doing his interviews, GG.
New update on the Shannon Sharpe saga. All right. Disturbing audio of Shannon Sharpe exposed. We're going to get into it. Here it is.
Well, what, Gabby?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
100 times.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Oh man, I can't listen to that girl. Da. I don't know why you want to go out. Like I'm like I don't like fucking talking to you. Da. Like what the fuck, nigga? Are you fake? It's just a fake person. Like I don't know why you want to go out. Like yo, bang, dry ass bitch. That's like what the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Earlier this week, we reported on Shannon Sharpe facing a massive civil lawsuit while negotiating a $100 million podcasting deal, including explicit text, recordings.
Be yourself. You come around, be yourself. Don't make your voice sound like this or sound like that or sound extra. Don't be extra. Don't think because we're gonna see like your character, Dada. You are who you are, Dada. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Dada. You active, you got a lot of energy, that's just who you are, Dada. But I don't like fuck all that shit.
Are revealed now. I'm sure more is to come. A reminder, the legal action was filed by, on the record, Jane Doe, represented by the same lawyer who unsuccessfully pursued Jay-Z in a similar case brought last year. Accuses Sharpe of assault, sexual assault, battery, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit filed on April 20th by the unidentified woman alleges that Sharpe sexually assaulted her multiple times in late 2024 and early 2025. And I want to remind everyone that while this is a civil case, this could and is likely under investigation criminally. There is no suspended statute of limitation here. They are well within the statute of limitation to investigate as a criminal matter. So some have been asking about that. And yeah, he's not out of the statute of limitation for charges, potentially. According to the complaint, the New York Post reports the woman claims she and Sharpe were in a, quote, rocky consensual relationship for nearly 2 years before the alleged incidents occurred. According to new reports, Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, revealed that the NFL veteran previously offered $10 million to the alleged victim to avoid the case becoming public. In a press conference, Davis provided additional context surrounding the $50 million suit filed by his ex-girlfriend. So the multi-million-dollar offer was made during mediation conversations this past month. She walked away from the offer. Quote, "It was a big shock to us when suddenly this case was filed without any advance warning," Davis said. Recently, the accuser released a recorded conversation in which Sharpe can be heard saying,
"The conversation is dry as hell, bro. The conversation is mad dry, bro. Like mad dry, bro. That conversation. These people, he just telling you the case though, which the case is fucking. It seems fucking fugazi as hell. The data, you know what I'm saying? But Shannon got himself caught up in that shit, having too much fun. The data, but he was role playing. He's used to role playing with that girl, so they play around a little differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday involving Shannon Sharpe, my colleague at ESPN, and my friend. The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday by a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. The plaintiff alleges Sharpe sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. The suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby. This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z and P. Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z also has countersued Busby. By the way, the plaintiff in the Sharpe civil suit is not the woman heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September of last year. In response to the suit, Shannon and his legal team went to social media yesterday and released a series of allegedly sexually explicit text messages between him and the Jane Doe. In addition to that, they issued the following statement, quote, "This lawsuit, filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed," end quote. Then earlier today, Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, sent TMZ Sports a 1 minute and 36-second clip of an...
He's right, because it's crazy, Dundada. When Jay-Z was getting things, this nigga was all in. Stephen A. Smith was wilding. He was all amped up, Dundada, bugging out, Dundada, doing all this shit, Dundada. Now he's all calm, cool, just reading the thing, the dialogue, Dundada. You get paid to do this shit, Dundada. That's crazy.
Alleged conversation between his client.
But maybe he got his back. Maybe he got his back. Maybe he feels more sincere, so he's trying to be a little bit more serious, Dundada.
And Shannon. In response to that clip, Shannon Sharpe went back to social media and issued this response. Take a look.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all of you guys. Thanks.
Well,
so what you gotta say? See what this guy gotta say.
It's a sad situation.
His family and friends know what's going on, so you know what's going on, Stephen A. Smith. You're his friend,
Shannon
right?
Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely. And I can't thank him enough for it.
Good. All right.
We've grown close as friends. I'd like to believe that. I certainly root for him. I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here. So all I can speak about is what I know based on the reports. And I can speak about ESPN and Disney. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dismissive.
Damn. You was dismissed on Jay-Z, you know Jay-Z more than Shannon, Well, you shit scary, bro. You can't have scary thoughts, bro. Let's see what DJ Academics got to say about this shit. And he's going through a lawsuit himself, so.
Temporarily from my ESPN duties. I'll be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. Shannon, as I said, I've been there. Days like today, days like 2 days ago, or whenever the allegation hit, I know that all too well. I know I've been giving a lot of commentary on this, but I don't want for any second. I have no problem with Shannon Sharpe. And if anything, I've been telling you, I think that whole line, that's a fact. I don't believe that shit at all. But I know how she lined them up because there's evidence that people won't contextualize. You know, we all know what happened. Shorty tried to introduce him to some BDSM shit. He finally got down with it. Like, all right, cool. All right, that's what we doing. He started using that type of language because that now he feels that's the way to have the dominance over her. And she knew how to selectively clip this, record this, that now makes it seem like this guy's abusive.
Facts. Okay, niggas actually know me. I thought DJ Academics gonna have a whole different outlook on this. Okay, DJ.
In context, because we're men. When you hear someone say on a tape, "I might choke you in public," you don't gotta. You don't gotta. You don't have an opinion in the decision. It doesn't sound good. It'll never sound good. It's the proper lineup. And I think Shannon probably at this point realized only his supporters, his true supporters. And I know
Shannon ain't doing no crime. And he definitely don't want to go to jail for something he didn't commit. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga's nervous as fuck. He's like, yo, what the fuck you trying to extort? Yo, take the money, da-da. Leave me the fuck alone. And since he did that, da-da, he's like, yo, that's not what you do, Shannon, da-da. You're tweaking, bro. Like, that's not what you do, bro. You can't just do that. So you just can't give him the money, da-da.
What's gonna happen? Shannon's gonna be fine. He's gonna realize all that ESPN, Fox Sports shit, that shit's clipped for him. But this is where, Shannon, let me tell you this. I'm telling you this as a man. Just like, you see, when they try to get rid of me, you know how many times, I relied on, listen, I look at that number right there, and it said we got 12,000 on YouTube, and I look on Rumble, we got 3,000 over there, and I said, damn, I'm 15,000 strong. Rely on your people. It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. But you got to get through this. His supporters are gonna have to make a decision, and they're not gonna change anything, but they're gonna see. You should know his character. You should be able to say, nah, my uncle getting lined up. He was stupid though. He's stupid. Yeah, you know he shouldn't be fucking with no 19-year-old. He's stupid. He a little freaky ass nigga. But he's not a rapist. You see, when you deal with these big companies, they know you're not no rapist neither. But they can't make no stance. And by the way, Shannon, you learning something else that's important. In the last 24 to 48 hours, my man Shannon, you done seen all your colleagues. Because they seen it writing on the wall. They all had secret meetings to say, how are we going to do this first take shit without him? How are we going to do this without him? Hey, what's...
all the colleagues that Shannon actually helped the show go all the way up, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do this show, We Shannon now, Like niggas feel like, damn, the daughter, cause Shannon feels that shit. The daughter, when Shannon put that shit on, he feels like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? An anchor man, the daughter, a podcast, an interviewer. You could tell that he put that shit on, that he becomes that shit, the daughter. So they like, you know what I'm saying? They see it. They like to indulge in the same shit.
It's an exit plan. Look, they had the meetings behind your back. That's why they all came out. And they all have positioned themselves to be in the perfect position that when this happened, because I'll be honest with you, I think ESPN gave you the, yo, you know, we fuck with you, but we owned by Disney. They allowed you to announce your departure. If they were going to announce it, it would say that would be a bigger story. And that's how cancellation works. They wait on a decision to be made by a partner.
And Steven A. Smith, oh yeah, I own my podcast entirely. This is me. This is all my decisions right here. Shut your ass up, man. You're a puppet, Dada. Second, Dada, you a little jealous of Shannon, Dada. Why you say that, Dada? You didn't even have to say that, Dada. We're not talking about your podcast, what you think. We're talking, you're not even going to be selected, Dada. Yeah, but you still selected politics, Dada. You trying to act like you're not a puppet, but you are, Dada. You crazy, bro? Like, how can you be so turn up for Jay-Z, Dada, but not for Shannon? Like, what the fuck? That don't make sense.
That seems punitive. ESPN did you a solid, my brother. They allowed you to announce that you're departing, not they're sending you away. Because the moment they say they're suspending you.
Sick on vacay? Get meds to your hotel ASAP.
And it makes it seem like he's guilty, Dada. They don't want to fuck with him. They got everything. Bro, it's like this, Dada. They always do that. Jobs always do that, Dada. If you're the smart one, Dada, they have you teach everything, Dada. But you're not listening to them, Dada. So they're like, yo, when this nigga teach all these people, Dada, get him out the way, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could go because he don't listen, Dada. They got their own kind of personal vendetta against you, Dada. Because you know what I'm saying? You're not talking like it's just you're doing your own thing, Dada. And they don't like that shit. They want to be your friend. They want to know how you so smart. They want to, you know what I'm saying, get to know you, Dada, that they can be you, Dada, control you. Shit be hitting crazy, Dada. Salute, GG. Salute, GG. That's a fact, Dada. That's a straight fact, GG. It's fucked up. It's fucked up in a way.
Thing else has to fall in line. Every sponsor got to go. But you said you're stepping aside. I bet you won't step aside from Nightcap and Uncle Shay Shay show, or what's it called? The Club Shay Shay. You own those things. You're the proprietor of those things. You won't step aside. And you shouldn't. But ESPN did you a solid. It's basically to say, we're about to fire you, but instead of firing you, we'll let you just resign. You don't got to say you got fired. Trust me. They're a company. You can't blame them. They did you a solid. Here's the thing. This is going to be a permanent scar for Shannon. Trust me, I went through it. You know, they tried to cancel me about like 5-6 times. The last time, everybody thought they had me. Oh, they said, we got him in the vice grip. We got him. Drop the guillotine. He's done. I seen friends start to position their angle to say, well, I ain't coming back. I seen their rhetoric go out, and I looked up.
And even if he wasn't coming back, why would you antagonize his character with everybody else? Why would you slander this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Why would you, like, what is it that you're trying to do? Even if he wasn't coming back, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give your real perspective. Don't just be like, because everybody else is saying it, you gotta join in and say it, but you know what I'm saying? Shit get crazy, shit gets crazy.
Up. These were people who I had the smoking gun. I work in the media. I'm the biggest of, and I know all of these niggas' secrets. People came to me with the shit to end them. I've always did this. I told y'all all the time. I hit them, yo, this is what they're trying to do to you. Listen, you go handle it, I'm gonna fall back. I saw those people when they thought it was done. They all start positioning themselves. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, hack. Like they were all positioning themselves when they said, well, act is done. So now we could look like, hey, We stand with the rest of the people. Yeah, act is done. After they saw me rose from the fucking ashes, the grave, like the motherfucking Undertaker, I've seen a lot of the rhetoric get a little bit. Oh, shit, you still alive? Oh yeah, nah, no, he just had to go through that.
Shannon, Shannon's situation is a whole different. It seems like a fucking plot. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying, she was slowly trying to make him talk that way to him. Like, you know what I'm saying, leading him on to some type of dirty play or some dirty talk or some shit like that, leading him on to the situation. And he happened to bite the fucking thing. And she reeled him in. But that conversation was weak as hell.
I've stopped answering a lot of calls since then. It was the best reminder. It wasn't a good experience, but it was the best reminder that in this fucking industry, there really is no friends. Remember, I told you that. So Shannon, you're looking around now. You gotta look at Stephen A. Stephen A was shucking a job and just oh man, we got Uncle Shay Shay here. Oh my God, let's talk about LeBron. As soon as he had a talk with the bosses, he started positioning himself because they gave him the red light. He's done. Remember this moment, Shannon. The ones positioning their side, they might not say fuck you, but they're positioning, and it'll come with the very subtle things. I do a show with you every day, or not every day, but every couple times a week. I'm talking about Stephen A. when it comes to Shannon. Why are you on air talking about my lawyers is handling this bad and how we do? Why you don't holler at me like that first? The bosses told him what it was. Well, if I'm helping out, ESPN claimed that
Shannon went against the grain. Shannon just acted like he's talking. People just talking. Well, people is talking but the people that actually talking he happened to be getting filled with information. A lot of fucking hurtful information. Shannon Sharpe show got You know what I'm saying? It's what they do. When they come up there, he let people speak what they going through. At least he got the character that people want to sit there and open up to him like that. People don't open up to everybody like that. Monique, she really opened up to She was opening up. Everybody was opening up to everybody. Tyler Perry, everybody, everybody.
They love me and they follow me. Has Pat McAfee got Paul Heyman just kicking my back in? The bosses told him. You see with this cancellation shit, they ain't gonna cancel you. You got a real fan base. You got a real audience, my nigga. Don't you worry. You might not get another Cat Williams moment, but you'll get other moments. You'll be fine. Fuck these linear platforms. You'll be good. But you got to remember this moment. All the niggas who was shucking and jiving with you.
All the moments that he got, he got mad interviews. Them shits is only gonna go up. He got a bunch of interviews. They're only gonna go up.
All the niggas that was happy that you were helping them. The moment they got word you were done, it's Game of Thrones. Off of his neck. I don't think Shannon should be surprised, but I think he should be aware of what's happening. This lawsuit doesn't look good. I'll be honest. I understand why he was trying to settle. This woman has him dead to rights. She rocked him to sleep. She has him saying things that, again, he's leaking stuff to the media to give context. Context won't matter. Because only your audience will care about the context. Every now and then when they get mad at me and they'd be like, oh, well, what about this? Remember when we were trying to get him out of here for that? They always bring up a video I did about Tyga when Tyga was dating Kylie Jenner. And I mentioned a story.
You got to stay on point, You got to stay on point, Shannon, And especially when people give you advice, make sure that you taking that advice in. Don't skip over the good words. When people actually give you some good advice, they say, listen, you better listen. If it makes sense, then like, all right, then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, if you're into that, if you like the race baiting, all that, cool. Some people like that. That's the first thing. Second thing, we all saw Shannon Sharpe might be signing $100 million deal. Woo, 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 woo. You're an OnlyFans model and you're trying to get him with that. And now all of a sudden, $50 million. And this isn't to, discredit anybody who's, going through serious issues and like sexual assault cases. Like, hope that works out for all of you guys. But all the different terms in this, it's interesting. So yes, I think it has a lot to do with her being a white woman.
So from what I got from what you said, stay away from them white bitches. That's what you said in a real politically correct way. Yo, y'all black niggas that be fucking with these white bitches, see what happens? That's what Stat just said in a very professional way. That was really nice the way you put that. Because that's all you really said. This is what happened when you fuck with the white bitches. That's what you get. That's exactly what I heard from you. But look, it's a few, like you said, it's a lot of shit to unpack with this. First thing you said, $100 million, now they want 50 out of nowhere. But when you sue for 50, you don't really want 50. You take about 23, 20, 24, you go for the high number so you can settle out for what you really want. That's first and foremost. Secondly, she 20. How old? 92?
50, so I'm gonna get his back.
You gotta know what's going on. Not saying she don't fuck with you. Listen, I remember 56. I remember Delicious from Flavor of Love wanted Unc. She was on his body too. Unc stay in shape. He popping, etc. It's a lot going on. Especially he has a newfound light. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is that to me, for this last few years, and I'm talking about not even a few years, probably 6-7 years now, because he started on what is that shit with Skip he was doing? Whatever that shit was called. Undisputed. About 6-7 years ago. So you have Undisputed. Then he has the success with Club Shay Shay. Then he has his other shows that he do on the internet. Then not only that, you leave Undisputed and go to First Take. So when I first seen Shannon on the internet arguing, going back and forth with certain people, even me and him had a couple words here and there. Nothing crazy. I got mad love for super duper love for that nigga. But when I see him going back and forth with other people, so to speak, and I say, he doesn't get it. Now he probably gets it. He's getting more seasoned. I'm talking about last year when he's arguing the sex tape, if you want to call it that, and going back, and before that was other things, people saying that he was gay, and he's going back and forth arguing with people. I'm saying, it's one thing being a successful athlete, and then it's a different thing being a successful entertainer, even though sports is entertainment. But, Shannon Sharpe is a Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, so people know who he is. But now you're sitting there talking about people. It's one thing when you're catching the ball, scoring touchdowns. It's another thing when you're opinionated about different people. So he found a new brand of success, and I don't think he knew about it in the beginning because,
and the lawyer that actually took the case, when he takes them cases, guess what happens when he takes them cases? Someone paid him to take them cases. Someone told him to go after this person to take them cases, or whatever the case may be. That's what, allegedly.
He used to say, my sister said, when you're at the top, this, and third. Yeah, nigga, that's the way it goes. People are going to want to come at you when you're successful in this realm. When you're successful in football, people can't run as fast as you or jump as high as you or catch touchdowns. It's something different to where you're being opinionated. And now that you have a smartphone, everybody has an opinion. Anybody with a smartphone can have an opinion. So when you have this newfound success, you got to know how to move, especially with the bitches. You got to know how to move, my nigga, because I'm not saying niggas don't fuck with you, but they want something. They want a couple dollars. They want $25,000 a cheek. Fuck is that? Yo, $25,000 a cheek, and you still speak to the bitch like you said to me.
Don't be paying $25,000 a cheek, though, $25,000 a cheek is wild crazy, though. Make sure you ain't paying $25,000 a cheek.
It sounds like they had a lot of, what's the word? I don't want to use BDSM. They had a lot of like little rough relationship. When I say that, choke her and she like it, or grab her.
If you can't just go out with her, and she just ain't attracted to you, for you could just be, you know what I'm saying? She has that attraction to you, then I guess you ain't got that right there, just let it be, you know what I'm saying? If you can't just go have fun with the shorty, go out to eat, do this, do that, and then smack then you ain't got it, fuck her, you heard? Real shit,
up and she like it. Because there's some shit I read it too, that he had anal sex and she got mad because he ain't put the condom on or some shit like that. Obviously, shorty likes some of this shit, my personal opinion. And like Stat said, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody going through something serious. But the first thing I took from this when I heard it was, look, he was living in California and moved to Nevada. She moved from California to Nevada too. So if somebody's being abusive to you in one state, why would you move to the next state with the same nigga who's abusing you? I don't know. Me personally, I found the red flag with that personally. And then the next thing is this sex tape that's supposedly coming out. Shannon said, put the whole 30 minutes out or 10 minutes, whatever it is. I guess there's some part in there for 30 seconds because brought that up. Shannon brought that up. He said, I believe he's going to release 30 seconds of it. Whatever that 30 seconds is must be nasty and violent and fucked up. If you don't want
you mean they was role playing whatever they were doing a race play, then you know it's gonna be a race situation. If he does put it out, then that's just gonna be it. Nigga, funny, not funny that because it's a situation, a crazy situation, but you know what I'm saying, you know how people talk when they fucking have sexual encounters, want
to put the whole 10 minutes and you reducing it to that 30, it must have been WWE in that joint. Elbow off the top of the bed, off the throw against the dresser. You white little bitch, come here and suck big black dick. Fuck you talking about? You want nigga dick? I get that part. I get it. Because I tell white bitches you want that nigga dick. But it's consensual. They agree. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I've been doing this in a different realm from him. I never made it as a professional athlete. I've been out here shaking and juggling these bitches since 20 years old. I know what you up to. I know when a bitch try to bait me in a text message to say some dumb shit. I ain't writing it back. You right. No, I'm not writing nothing back. You can't get me to write a damn.
Fact. That whole conversation looked like, someone was telling her to say that shit. Oh, I don't want to go out. You want me to go out? Like, well, yeah, you better go out before I choke you. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Why? You think someone wants to choke someone to go out? Like, why would he choke you to go outside? If he chokes you, I don't think you're going to be going outside. You know what I'm saying? He chokes you to bring you the fuck out. For what? He don't have to be around you.
Thing back when I see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta know. And see, that's the fucking thing. It seemed like he trusted her from the conversation I heard. You gotta read the signs like, I don't want to get choked. That ain't something you usually say. Hold on. You don't usually talk to me like this. Why are you talking to me like this now? Yo, I'm gonna hit you back. Boom. And then you know when shit ain't right, you be like, when you answer the phone, they be like, hello, hello, hello. They setting up. Oh, I can hear you now. They done set the call up. You gotta read all these signs, bro. And you gotta think about this, right? This is why, and a lot of people call this nigga Uncle Tom, and he don't like black people, or this, that, and the third, et cetera, et cetera. This is why Stephen A. don't get into no shit like this. And I'm gonna say none of us is above it, knock on wood, but he knows he works for Disney. When you work for Disney, a sex tape can't be coming out like this. You can't be admitting that, 30 seconds of this shit was kind of rough. I'm letting y'all know. Shit get a little wild. But Disney...
That's for trying to fucking go back and forth with embarrassment. When he came out the car with the green suit and shit like that, like, what the fuck are you doing, Like, what would make you put out that little sex tape, And then him putting out that thing to had her like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga's over there doing this shit with other people too. Oh, that's not right. You know, bitches be getting their feelings. There's a whole situation that be happening, but
like 30 seconds get what? Yo, this Mickey Mouse now. What you mean 30 seconds get wild? I think that Disney's getting a little more lenient because of shit like Pat McAfee, you know, cursing at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Not just that, Shannon had a little sex tape that he admitted to, nothing visual, just vocal. So I think it's a little more lenient. And I hope that Disney does keep him. I'm rooting for him because I do believe this is a shakedown. But when you start getting the video evidence and vocal evidence and audio evidence, I should say, pardon me, and text messages and this, that, and the third, that's crazy. Last thing I'll say before I let Stat give her opinion, if she has an opinion, is that the Busby shit. I don't like the name Busby. It sounds like the nigga that you be like, have you been done wrong? And then an 800 number pop up at the bottom of the screen. Call Busby. We'll make sure we'll get your money. That name sounds crazy. The only difference between Jay-Z and Shannon's situation, because he put Jay-Z name in it because Busby tried to go after Jay-Z, is Jay-Z from beginning to end said, I didn't do a motherfucking thing. Jay-Z ain't trying to give nobody no money. Jay-Z ain't trying to settle out. Jay-Z actually said, fuck that. If y'all think y'all got something on me, fuck a civil lawsuit, make it criminal. I should be going to jail if I did something like this. And that shit was out of here because they knew they ain't have nothing on them. Now, when you trying to settle out on the low, it's a little bit of guilt there. Something happened. Not saying it wasn't consensual. Maybe you offered the money because you like, look, I ain't got time. I just need this to be swept under the rug so I can get back to work and do what I got to do in between these deals. But that's the problem too. Think about Puff and Cassie, right? You make this deal, you give Cassie $15 million or whatever she got, and be like, okay, everything's swept under the rug, right? Cool. Let's keep life moving. Yeah, I never called me. I got the tape. Nigga hit you like minutes. You ain't seen minutes there. Nigga said, I got the tape. Nigga, now it's another nigga. You call, I thought we settled out, Cassie. This nigga made a copy and all that. Like, I ain't even know the nigga had a copy of that. Now you got Puff running down the hall and the towel dragging up out of here after you done paid $15 million. It's a mess. It's a damn mess, man. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but I do know that it don't look good when you try to give somebody a couple dollars to sweep it under the rug. Like I said, Busby did go after Jay-Z. That nigga Jay-Z hit Busby with a Kentucky Fried.
Nah, fuck that. You don't give no girl no $10 million for nothing, for no fucking no role play shit. I don't know what you don't role play. Don't role play with no one you don't trust. That's a fact, DG. Like, don't just be role playing with these random shorties and shit like that. That's a little different, even though that's just crazy, but a girl like that.
Video back at you with another video. I want to give a double salute to all of my supporters and anyone watching this video right now. And if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to the content. Okay, man. Shannon Sharpe's accuser, Gabriella Zuniga, has spoken out for the first time, and she says, one thing about me, I kept the receipts. What y'all heard ain't even the half of it. I stayed quiet out of fear, but not anymore. Listen, she's going in, and apparently she might be planning to drop some more receipts on Shannon Sharpe. We already know, man, Shannon Sharpe is in hot water, man. He done stepped down from ESPN, messed up $100 million plus bag, and is now getting exposed by a woman 30 years his junior, all because he was thirsty for that snow bunny coochie. It is interesting. I'm gonna let y'all get to it. Shout out to Wagwan. Shout out to Bully Scotty.
What's the word? Oh man, I'm looking at this Shannon Sharpe shit. What's going on with this shit, man? I heard
Shaq. She moved a little too fast. She fucked herself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, you gotta think about it, right? When he offered the $10 million, her eyes get big, right? Her eyes get big, and she ain't paying attention to what's going on. The nigga offer you $10 million, because he got $100 million deal on the table. He offered you $10 million to shut the fuck up, and he gonna pay you out the 10, right? She let the motherfucking dumbass wife, the attorney, say, fuck that, we gonna tell him $50 million and probably give him to settle for 25. This is play, right? And then this stupid motherfucker go public. But when he go public, now you fucked up the $100 million. Now ain't even no money there to give you the 10. The bitch was supposed to let him close his deal, get his bag, then come with the lawsuit. Fucking with this dumbass attorney, now you ain't gonna get nothing because they gonna put 100 off the thing, drop all his contracts. Now what? She should have let the nigga get paid and then when he got the bag.
Wow. Hey, who? Let me ask you a question. Who was giving him the $100 million? Because it was for his podcast, right? Excuse me.
Yeah, he had a deal.
Nah, he's still gonna get that though. Probably.
No, he's not. You out your damn ass mind. That shit gone, nigga. You crazy. Fuck out of here. You still gonna get it, nigga. You talking about you running around there talking about a motherfucking rape and you fucking with Disney and all. Nigga, you crazy. That's over with.
He had to step down. He had to step down.
Nigga, that's over with. That's over with, nigga. You crazy? He still gonna get that. You niggas not nigga from where? You think Disney and any of them people gonna get that nigga to you? Nigga, what?
Nah, they
not tying themselves to that. The bitch was supposed to let the nigga, he offered the bitch $10 million to shut the fuck up, let me get my bag, and I'm gonna pay you.
That's what I'm saying. He offered her $10 million. She should have just, I don't know what she should have did. But if you lying, you definitely should have took that shit. If you was fucking lying, what the fuck, Now it's a situation that the nigga, now he's gonna have like, oh yeah, she's lying, so I ain't really fucking with it.
But she went hard body karate on the nigga and went public. Listening to the attorney, now everything is off the table.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gone now. And he damaged goods now. He'll never be able to get back in there. It's over with.
What can she say, the attorney's telling her like, yo, I got you the $10 million, just calm down and get you more, The attorney being greedy and shit like that, I don't know what the fuck's up with that attorney. That attorney's bugging, He actually thought he was gonna get mad millions, of this situation, He's tripping,
Yeah, that's nasty work, Wag. I don't think he done though, bro. I really don't. I don't think he's done.
Bro, you cannot. That is a Negro talking about a rape of a white woman. Well, where he going? He going back to YouTube?
I think he's still gonna be able to do numbers with his podcast. Yeah, ESPN, he's probably done. His podcast, I don't think it's done.
Listen, brother. What motherfucking advertisement you think is going to attach itself to him? Do you understand corporate business?
Yeah, ESPN, that's network. You know what I mean? Like this internet shit, like even the internet shit has their lines, like those broadcasting.
Nigga, no, the ads still got their lines on YouTube. They won't touch you. So,
damn, niggas, everybody's just switching on his downfall. They say that all this and all that. Like that's crazy, GG. That's wild crazy.
Okay, his bag he has all that shit that's gone. So now he's restricted to YouTube, right? All right, so now you got to survive off the ads on YouTube. Nigga, do you know the difference between that money and that money?
I agree on that part, but I still think he's still gonna. He's just gonna have to turn it around with his podcast.
Nah, that's over with,
and
bro.
He'll blow back up.
Yeah, man, that nigga 59, 58 years old. That's done.
Him over that shit.
Man, that nigga. Hey, bro, listen, man. Certain people use YouTube for certain reasons, bro. Don't get it twisted.
The bad part about it, Shannon Sharpe jumped in this game, right? And he got the Cat Williams shit, and they went, no one's going to get that. No one's going to be able to beat Shannon Sharpe, Like, you know what I'm saying? So Shannon Sharpe got his own lane, and he did it with his people, He got a lot of good people up there, that actually did his show. So, you know what I'm saying? He already did a lot of people, so.
Listen, that unless he's finna turn into academics and work Twitch and work that and work that and work that, ain't no real money on that YouTube shit, bro. Unless you got a subscription base like Vlad, and ain't nobody gonna do that with dude.
So Wack, you saying that niggas they not gonna do no more interviews with him after this? Wack?
No, he can enter, but he didn't lost the platform that's paying.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I know what YouTube pay. Nick can't tell me nothing. Versus a motherfucker guaranteeing you $10 million a year.
Yeah, you right, Wack.
Nigga, what you mad about the dollar? You still trying to calculate his pocket the dollar? He made the $5 million with Cat Williams, then he didn't the dollar. Niggas still mad the dollar. Just, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just be throwing saw on niggas game the dollar. Nah, the dollar. This nigga be getting to the bag the dollar. Like, stop frauding the dollar. You know he gets to the bag, bro.
Yeah,
No, that's a whole other ball game.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Wack.
And they gonna turn his back
right,
on him.
that's Shannon Sharpe,
The first people to turn his back on him. The first people to turn his back on him is the Negroes.
Yeah, that nigga Stephen A. Smith and all them niggas, they turned on him.
They gonna say, I don't want to be associated with him because it may fuck with my situation. Off the rip.
That's a fact. But yo, Wack, don't you find it kind of hypocritical, Wack? They can't.
All publicity is good publicity, but not this publicity. But at the end of the day, you know how many people done went back to that and watched so many clips of Shannon Sharpe's fucking entry, like, oh, Monique said this, oh, Cat Williams said this, oh, we gotta rewatch this, oh, we gotta rewatch that. Look at, they said it, they told you, just chill, they told you, like, so many people was rewatching this shit too, So he actually is getting to the back,
Came out for Jay-Z, but it's like they ain't coming out for everybody else, Wack.
Jay-Z didn't do nothing wrong. What you mean? Jay-Z beat his shit.
Nah, I know, but it's like niggas was like, yo, they need to defend him like I was watching Cam and
They
Mink.
ain't have nothing on Jay-Z but hearsay.
That's true.
They got text messages, they got audio, they got all kind of shit on this
Yeah. Yeah.
You
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. They had hearsay and it didn't last long. The father come out and say, she lying, I ain't picked her. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. It was over. Two total different situations.
Hey, Wack, you heard the recording with Matt Barnes talking about Shaq want to get some information on boy?
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So
Did Shaq tell my boss to do that? Just to play around? Did he? Who knows?
that's why he's doing this. But please keep his name quiet.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That's how Shaq work. If he don't fuck with you, I've known Shaq a long time. He don't fuck with you, that's what it's gonna be with him.
And I ain't know him and Shaq had issues like that. When I heard Matt Barnes said that shit, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Property's over.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what it was over.
Yeah, that's nasty.
You got basketball and football, they shit don't even cross.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this audio, man. We got Wack 100.
And Shaq actually, damn, I mean, he already made history, You already made history in this world, I'm going to tell you that, Shannon Sharpe. You already made history. We're going to say that, But damn, they did you slimy,
Supporters and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly.
This is a man trying to give his truth out, doing the order. Yo, why the fuck? Shannon, what the? He said extra shit, I think he's gonna put out like, yo, you wildin', bro. You wildin'.
Imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation. And now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Thanks. Oh my God. Okay, so we got a lot to go over today. Right. So over the last few.
What is this really about, Dandada? Your family knows, your friends knows, Dandada. You get off, Dandada. All your colleagues, Dandada, do a video about you. Everybody's making contact about you. Everybody, yo, Shannon Sharpe, Dandada, you better take this shit, Dandada, and be like, oh, everybody's making contact on you, Dandada. You're mad vibrant right now, Dandada. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep going, Dandada, at the moment. Like, you have to do a couple things, Dandada. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, everybody's talking about you, but that shows you, Dandada, that all them people, Dandada, they secretly envy you, Dandada, for your success. And that's what happens, Dandada, when you become a little successful. Probably from a couple Bible interviews or something like that, Dandada. As soon as you went independent, your shit went all the way skyrocketed, Dandada. That's different, Dandada. It's different, Dandada. Blessings to Cat Williams, Dandada.
2 days, I'm sure you guys have seen Shannon Sharpe has been in some hot water after a woman filed a lawsuit against him in the state of Nevada on April 21st, 2025, accusing Shannon Sharpe of multiple acts of sexual violence. According to the 13-page filing, Shannon, who is 56 years old, met this woman who was in her early 20s at a Los Angeles gym in 2023, and what began as a consensual relationship turned rocky and abusive over time. According to her, the lawsuit details a pattern of coercive and controlling behavior, and I can't lie, it don't look good. Now, this news initially came out when Tony Busby, an attorney from Texas, posted this right here up on his Instagram. It said late last night, the Busby law firm filed a civil lawsuit on behalf of a brave young woman who alleges she was brutally sexually assaulted by former NFL player Shannon Sharpe on multiple occasions. The last incident occurring in January 2025. The lawsuit, filed under the pseudonym Jane Doe, lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and abuse, including allegations that Sharpe repeatedly threatened to choke and slap this woman. The case seeks $50 million in damages. He said, "I'm extremely proud to represent this Jane Doe, and it takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court." Now, Tony Busby is a lawyer who has been in headlines himself over the last 12 months because he likes to file lawsuits against rich black people pretty much. He's filed dozens of lawsuits against P. Diddy. He tried to file that lawsuit against Jay-Z, which I covered on this channel. Now we've got this lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. And to be quite frank, Tony Busby has spent the better part of the last year completely ruining his reputation as an attorney, with most people coming to the realization that this guy is pretty much an ambulance chaser. Somebody looking for a story, somebody looking for a quick payday. I'm not saying that to discount.
Like, this dude's always going viral. Does he want to always go viral in a situation? Is he looking for just clout, Dandada? Because he always going viral, Dandada.
This woman's story, but I do find it ironic that this is the law firm that she chose to go with. And for me personally, choosing to use Tony Busby kind of cast a little bit of doubt on everything that's going on. But with all of that said, Shannon Sharpe did eventually respond to this, not only in the video that we watched at the beginning of this, but also in this statement right here that was put out by his lawyer. And in this statement, not only do they de-anonymize the woman who filed the lawsuit under Jane Doe, they also release transcripts from a couple of text messages that were sent between the two. Now, we are going to go over the full lawsuit, and we're going to go over apparently every text message that Shannon Sharpe says he ever sent to this woman. But in this statement, it said, "This lawsuit, filed by Gabriela Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It's filed with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context. crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual, Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of the relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations that she makes in her lawsuit, consensual S continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek, as quoted above from her text message to Mr. Sharpe. And then they provide some more examples. And again, we're going to go.
Yeah, this shit ain't gonna lie. I don't think this is gonna go well in court, because she asked for him to give her baby. She asked for him to give him a big black baby. She asked him that he's gonna take care of the baby his whole life. He gives it to her. She was asking that nigga mad weird shit, so.
Over those text messages in a minute, but they're basically claiming that there's some kind of S tape out there between Shannon and this woman that she recorded that she has quote unquote edited to make it look like it was non-consensual. And some of these text messages are like this one: I want to be abused, daddy. I want some hardcore BDM action. Right now, Tony Busby and his law firm responded to that statement from Shannon Sharpe's attorneys. They say Shannon Sharpe released a false and misleading statement through his attorney. The statement from Sharpe's newest lawyer falsely accuses that Miss Jane Doe edited a video, a claim that is not only demonstrably false, but also desperate. The lawyer also suggests that Ms. Doe refused to make the video available to Mr. Sharpe.
It is. It is edited if you only got a partial of it.
Again, this assertion is easily proven untrue. In fact, Ms. Doe insisted that he watch it. Here's what is true. Although Jane Doe never referenced any video or multiple audios that she possessed in the lawsuit that she filed, now that Mr. Sharpe's lawyer has decided to broach that subject, we will address it. An incredibly damning video does indeed exist. The contents of that video speak volumes about Mr. Sharpe and his behavior. That video, which will be played to the jury, is extremely problematic for Mr. Sharpe. Sharpe's team, as I anticipated, disclosed the existence of this video in an effort to try to get ahead of it. That effort will fall flat. In his statement, Mr. Sharpe's attorney references several texts. Every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today, purportedly from Jane Doe, are dated prior to the alleged brutal assault set forth in Jane Doe's case. Those texts were obviously released in an effort to distract the public's attention from the allegations in Jane Doe's lawsuit, and it won't work. They also bring up the fact that he has faced similar allegations in the past. It says this is not the first time Mr. Sharpe has faced allegations of mistreating a woman. He was also sued in New York for alleged aggressive and inappropriate behavior, detailed extensively in that lawsuit. They said instead of owning up to his actions, Sharpe has chosen to mislead his lawyers and the public and double down, this time by doxing Jane Doe and attempting to humiliate into silence this woman who is 30 years his junior. All right, so you got Tony Busby and this lady saying that something foul happened. You got Shannon Sharpe publicly denying that. Now, before we get into the lawsuit and the text messages, TMZ actually did release alleged phone calls between Shannon Sharpe and this woman where he was threatening to choke her out. It's pretty wild audio. I'll go ahead and play it now.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well.
Real quick, you guys go down to the pinned comment and hit the link. Join the Discord. We got a nice little community over there, and I would love to have you be a part of it. And follow me.
Ooh.
That's just crazy, GG. That shit crazy, bro. Shannon Sharpe, Dada, he's on a different level, Dada. This, it feels like a little setup, Dada.
Some of y'all don't, which is cool. But if you do, he claims to be one of the most successful sports media personalities in the country. Plaintiff is a young woman in her early 20s, and in 2023, Plaintiff was working out at the gym in Los Angeles, California, when Sharpe approached her for the first time. Previously, she had noticed Sharpe watching her during her workouts. At this time, she was just 19 years old, so they're really trying to paint Shannon as a creep right off the bat. At the time, she did not know who he was, only that he was another older man.
Nah, that's a fact, Dada. I mean, of course, Dada. She's the OnlyFans. She's the escort, Dada. So you know she don't know the rules, Dada. She's just trying to get money, Dada. Someone has to be fucking, you know what I'm saying, leading her to this situation or telling her that she get to the bag or some shit like that, Dada. You know what I'm saying?
Oogling her at the gym. She could tell Sharpe was much older than her, and she found him physically intimidating.
And in the text messages, she asked for the racist, sex, and all that shit to be, whatever they called, and all that other shit, Dada. She was asking for all that shit, Dada. She said rough sex or whatever the fuck she says. And shorties do be talking like that. You gotta watch shorties and that because they actually do be talking like that.
Eventually, he introduced himself. At his determined insistence, she gave him her number. Over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued Plaintiff. He constantly approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, she gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement or NDA, something that she found a bit concerning. She wondered why Sharpe was so insistent on her signing an NDA, so she refused. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused to sign time and time again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house. What followed was the beginning of a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. The relationship was very unequal. Sharpe is more than 30 years older, is considerably wealthier, is physically much larger and exponentially stronger. Sharpe is famous and has power. Plaintiff and Sharpe saw each other on his terms, on his schedule, as often as 4 times a week. Over time, she began to see Sharpe's true nature. She found him to be dishonest about his whereabouts. He would lie about seeing other women while insisting to her that she and he were exclusive. He often manipulated her, at times being sweet and loving to get what he wanted, and at other times being angry and aggressive to achieve his goals. She discovered over time that Sharpe was extremely emotional and possessed an uncontrollable temper. He displayed the characteristics of a true narcissist. He wielded his power, his influence, and his
Now, that's a fact of Dada. It looked like she had her own little opinion, some shit of Dada. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to run her play, Dada. She get into the bag, but look, she fucked it up, Dada. Someone give you 10 million, Dada. You should have took the 10 million, Dada. Now you like what you gonna do, Dada? Your lawyer, Dada. That nigga greedy as fuck, Dada. Now your lawyer being so motherfucking greedy done fucked up your bag, GG. You had a bag. Now your lawyer being so greedy fucked up your bag because your lawyer's like, I got you the 10. I can get you more. Just listen to me, all right?
Celebrity to control her and get exactly what he wanted whenever he wanted, all the while jealously guarding what he considered his for himself. By October 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown progressively worse beyond anything Plaintiff had experienced with him before. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Sharpe will repeatedly tell her that he wanted to do things that would make no other man want her. By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain that the relationship was exclusive. In parentheses, it says he had at this point accidentally or purposely to advance his career, went live on Instagram while having S with another woman. And it ends the quote. And that's something that went viral a couple of months ago where he accidentally went live while he was getting it on with somebody. And there were people saying at the time that he did that because a lot of people were saying that Shannon Sharpe might be a bit fruity, right? He might swing the other way. And so people were saying he did this to kind of dispel those rumors. That's in the lawsuit. It goes on. It says Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to the relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities. What had once been manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get into her apartment complex without her permission. He made it clear that what she wanted was of no moment and that he would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October of 2024, Shannon violently SA'd an R-worded plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop, and then he did it again in January. It says she left Nevada temporarily to escape Shannon Sharpe. She now seeks justice through this action and other means. It says she seeks compensatory and punitive damages in this matter in excess of $50 million. It then has the parties, which is her and Shannon Sharpe, the jurisdiction, basically why the court in Nevada should handle this case. And then it says factual allegations related to all claims. A, defendant Shannon Sharpe. Defendant Shannon Sharpe is a former NFL superstar and a well-known sports media personality. After a 14-season career in the NFL, he is considered by some to be one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He is a 3-time Super Bowl champion and was recently inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. Upon retirement, Sharpe transitioned into sports broadcasting, quickly achieving success in the industry. Sharpe.
Yeah, the situation seems a little bit like it's a play. Seems like a play, Dada. Seems like a play that was gonna start up. I can't lie. Can't front the Dada. Can't lie, Dada. She's asking for certain shit. The way that she was talking to him, Dada, she's used to it. You know that she be trying. She trying to get that nigga comfortable, Dada. It worked.
Spent several years at CBS Sports before moving to Fox, where over a decade he built a reputation for his strong opinions and hot takes. In 2023, he joined ESPN, where he remains employed today. In addition to working at ESPN's First Take, Sharpe hosts his own widely followed podcast, interviewing high-profile athletes, entertainers, and public figures. He claims that he has made as much as $6 million from one episode of his podcast alone and is allegedly set to be signing a multi-million-dollar TV deal with the Volume Media Group. Notice how they focus on Shannon Sharpe's money heavily in here, right? And it was recently announced that he was supposed to be signing some type of $100 million deal with the Volume Media Group. Like literally right after that news broke, this lawsuit breaks seeking $50 million. But anyways, it says Sharpe's legacy extends beyond the field and media. And in one glaring area, Sharpe has a documented history of abusing and mistreating women. As an example, he is currently a defendant in a lawsuit before the Supreme Court of New York, facing claims from a woman of intentional infliction of emotional distress, among other allegations. Many of the factual allegations in the New York case are eerily similar to his actions towards the plaintiff here. According to the New York lawsuit, and they're about to talk about, I guess, Shannon Sharpe's being sued in New York by somebody else, it says Sharpe forcefully subdued the plaintiff in that case, forcing her to her knees and subjecting her to non-consensual S. Despite her protest, when she resisted, he persisted. He would not take no for an answer. According to the New York lawsuit, the plaintiff therein feared for her safety, just as the plaintiff fears for her safety now. The New York lawsuit further alleges that Sharpe escalated to non-consensual S, all while telling her that he would make it so no other man would want her. These words are apparently not a one-time thing. Plaintiff here in, or the woman from this lawsuit.
No, this dude must got this dude. That dude that got linked to everybody that he be actually running the cases with. Everybody that be taking all these cases with that dude with the bumpy. Y'all gotta look into all them people that's taking these cases. Look into it, because why would they be allowed to just be? It's weird, it's a little weird.
Too has heard Sharpe say those exact words to her. In September of 2024, Sharpe live streamed himself on accident having S with a woman. Upon information and belief, he did so on purpose to seek media exposure and to attract social media views and attention. To live stream himself, he would have had to deliberately swipe right on Instagram to activate the live feed. Sharpe claims it was accidental. However, discreetly recording S without his partner's knowledge is something he is known to do. He did so with this plaintiff herein. Plaintiff discovered that Sharpe had been secretly recording their sexual encounters without her consent. When she confronted him, he summarily dismissed her concerns, claiming the videos were for his own personal use. That too was a lie. Upon information and belief, Sharpe on multiple occasions shared the recordings with his friends and associates. At one point, he even forced plaintiff to have
Yeah, so what you saying that Sharpe actually did this shit to himself, Dundada, putting out that video? Putting out that video just did it to himself, Dundada. He just put out videos like that, Dundada.
With him while FaceTiming one of his childhood friends named Bucket. Whenever she would get up the courage to object to Sharpe's outrageous conduct, which was not often, he would aggressively and angrily put her back in her place. Shannon Sharpe isn't just a sports icon, he's something far worse. He is a flawed, narcissistic individual who has spent years using his fame, power, and influence to manipulate, control, subjugate, and violate women. With this suit, the plaintiff intends to put an end to this egregious conduct.
Yeah, the lawyer wrote that up. She ain't say all that. She ain't say all that shit.
It says January 2023, the beginning of a consensual but deeply manipulative relationship. It says Sharpe first met plaintiff at a Los Angeles gym in early 2023. Sharpe would deliberately watch Doe in such a way to make sure she knew he was watching her. One day, as she finished a set and turned around, she found Sharpe standing inches behind her. He told her that he had noticed her at the gym and wondered why she had not introduced herself. This was the first time they spoke. The plaintiff, who at the time had just turned 20 years old, was caught off guard and was face to face with a 54-year-old man she had never met. She did not know at the time who Shannon Sharpe was. She did not know what to say nor how to feel about his advances. During their first conversation, Sharpe proposed a challenge, a competition to see who could lean out faster. The prize, if he won, he would buy her fake tits. Plaintiff was stunned.
What the yo? With all the information that the way she was texting him and all that shit, matter of fact, let's just keep going. Let's keep.
The implication that she needed or wanted such a thing was wildly inappropriate. Hearing it from a stranger more than 30 years her senior made it even more disturbing. Throughout their subsequent encounters at the gym, Sharpe made sure that she understood who he was, a celebrity and TV personality. Over the following weeks, Sharpe made himself unavoidable. He was at the gym when she was. He constantly called and texted, demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. She repeatedly declined and made up excuses to make her seem too busy to see him, but he would not stop. Sharpe would not be deterred. Eventually, plaintiff gave in, but before she could meet him outside the gym, Sharpe made another demand that she had to sign a non-disclosure agreement or an NDA. He refused to explain why and would not let her see a copy of the proposed agreement. He simply insisted she sign one. Plaintiff refused. After multiple attempts, when he realized she would not cooperate, he finally dropped the issue. Okay, then we get into CS. Is revealed from the start the violent, aggressive, and controlling nature of Shannon Sharpe. The first night that the plaintiff went to Sharpe's house,
right there, he should have just never even fucked with her. Fuck with that shit.
The experience was unlike anything she has dealt with before. Disturbing, unsettling, and given his subsequent conduct, very illuminating. When plaintiff arrived at his house, he opened the door to his Beverly Glen mansion without a word, no greeting, no acknowledgement, no small talk. Without so much as looking at her, he simply turned away after opening the door and walked upstairs. She hesitated but followed as she did not know what else to do or where else to go. When they reached the bedroom, he pointed to the bed before disappearing into the bathroom and shutting the door behind him. He still had not said a word. She sat down on the bed, waiting, unsure of what to expect or if she should leave. Roughly 5 minutes later, he finally emerged, but still he said nothing. Instead, he turned off all the lights and laid down on his bed. Plaintiff, who was uncomfortable and unsure of what to do, laid down as well. For roughly 10 minutes, there was nothing but silence. Then, without warning, he placed his hands on her neck from behind.
A person who's uncomfortable that not lays in a bed with somebody. That don't make no motherfucking sense. Like, she should have ran out the fucking room when she was uncomfortable. What are you talking about? Any person would have ran out the room and was like, "What you doing? How the fuck you turn off the lights? Come on, bro, get real."
Pressed his against her body and said his first words of the night. "I knew from the first time I saw you that I was going to off you." Her and Sharpe then engaged in oral. As they did so, she at some point realized that he was using his phone. He was apparently recording her. She could see that he was trying to be discreet, but it was obvious what he was doing. She said nothing, scared to confront him for what he might do or say. When it ended, he rolled over and went to sleep. At some point during the night, he woke up, grabbed plaintiff by her and began having S with her. The next morning, Sharpe woke up at roughly 4 a.m. to shoot. Sharpe woke up at roughly 4 a.m. to shoot a media segment for sports television. He woke her up as well and told her that she needed to leave, but he informed her that she had to be back by 9 p.m. exactly. The following night, she arrived at Sharpe's house at approximately 9:05, just 5 minutes past the time he had demanded.
Why would she come back? Well, let's get right. Demanded? He let you leave and demand you to come back, and you demand. Yo, the words are sucking. Yo, this shit's sucking.
The moment he opened the door, she experienced his rage for the first time. Sharpe immediately launched into a verbal assault. He screamed at her, berated her for what felt like hours. He accused her of disrespecting him, wasting his time, and warned that if she wanted to be with the Shannon Sharpe, she would have to learn obedience. She was terrified and feared for her physical safety. Still enraged, Sharpe turned off the lights, grabbed her neck, and just like the night before, began having S with her. This cycle of control, fear, and submission became routine, yelling at her, controlling her, forcibly grabbing her by her neck when he got upset, saying he was going to kill her, and asserting dominance became the norm. Over the next year and a half, she saw Sharpe at his house.
He's going to say he's going to kill her while he's having sex. That don't even make sense. Yeah, they just be throwing lies in situations, bro. That's a fact.
As often as 4 times a week, Sharpe continued to treat her like an object. He continued to control her, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. He demanded complete control over her time and body, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called. The verbal abuse never stopped. He would berate and degrade her, just as he had done from the beginning. Over time, specifically, he was yelling at her while there was a firearm visible in the room. Terrified for her safety, she tried sharing her location with friends from her iPhone just in case, but Sharpe saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, "If you ever do that again, I will effing kill you." Then we get into D, summer 2024. Sharpe's control turns abusive. The relationship becomes.
But then on the text message, she asked for that type of role play, whatever it's called. Like, I don't know, man. We can't take I don't know what's going on.
Fearful and non-consensual. As Sharpe's aggression and rage continued to escalate to the point that plaintiff's friends began to fear for her safety. For example, when she was with her friends, they could hear Sharpe yelling at her over the phone and would ask her if she was safe and if she was okay. In the summer of 2024, she and Sharpe each moved to Las Vegas for their own reasons. Sharpe liked to say that the plaintiff followed him to Las Vegas, but that too is a lie. Once in Vegas, Sharpe again insisted that plaintiff sign an NDA. She refused again, but he persisted. But after enough resistance, he let it go and continued seeing her multiple times a week. His behavior did not change. He remained erratic, controlling, and verbally abusive, all while telling her that he was committed to a sexually exclusive relationship to her. Then in September of 2024, Sharpe humiliated her. He live streamed himself having S with another woman on Instagram for over 1.1 million followers to see. He later made jest of the incident on his podcast, Club Shay Shay, and another show, Nightcap. But for the plaintiff, it was anything but funny. He had repeatedly assured her that they were in an exclusive relationship, albeit unhealthy and abusive. This was a lie that not only hurt her emotionally, but it also made her fear for her sexual health and the risk of an sexually transmitted disease. At that point, she began to pull away from Sharpe. She stopped answering his phone calls and stopped telling him where she was when he would demand to know. Her feeble attempts at freedom and independence further upset Sharpe. He began flooding her phone with calls, demanding to know where she was. He called relentlessly, multiple times per hour. The harassment became so unbearable that she frequently began leaving Nevada, determined to cut off communication, resist his efforts to control her, and attempt to reclaim some control of her life. It took courage for plaintiff to make this effort. She remained terrified, even though she was thousands of miles away. Sharpe simply would not accept independence or freedom from her. In October of 2024, just after she returned from Europe, Sharpe's behavior became more angry, aggressive, and now violent. And this got E. On October 6, 2024, Sharpe actually assaults and R-words plaintiff and threatens, "I'm going to make it so no man will want you again." On October 6, 2024, she was working out at a Nevada gym following her usual routine. As she worked out, she saw Sharpe aggressively approaching her. She could tell by his look and the way he moved quickly towards her that he was furious for having been ignored. As soon as he got close, he told her, "Sit the f down or I'm going to kill you." She refused. "I don't want to talk to you. You cheated on me." His response was dismissive and controlling as usual. "You don't have a choice." Sharpe demanded that they talk in private. Again, she told him no. She made it clear that she did not want to talk to him, be alone with him, or want him coming to her home. But Sharpe didn't care. He never took no for an answer. He forced her under threat to get into his car and go to her house. Once Sharpe was inside her apartment, she tried to keep the conversation in the living room, but Sharpe refused. He demanded they go to the bedroom. She said no. He didn't listen, nor did he care. Once inside the bedroom, Sharpe grabbed her from behind and forcibly positioned her to perform oral. He held her in place and then forced her to begin performing. He became even angrier and said, "You've disrespected me so much. I'm going to punish this a-hole. I'm going to make it so no man will want you again." She at this point was crying and sobbing. Tears streamed down her face as Sharpe repositioned her and took her from behind. As he forcibly R-worded her, he said, "Turn around and look at me." He grabbed her head, forcing her to look at him as she sobbed. He said at that point, "Look at this. Look at my arm. I've got chills. That's how good this is." Shannon Sharpe forced himself on her despite her sobbing in agony. As it happened, he told her in the moment she was crying that the experience was so good it was giving him chills. Sharpe's behavior demonstrates that he believed plaintiff to be his personal property, possessed and owned by him. He also believed that the laws did not apply to him, that he could take what he wanted, and that no one would stop him. He was and is wrong.
This shit sounds mad. The way that they scripted this shit, it does sound crazy, It sounds crazy, but did that actually happen? With all the text messages, everything, it don't add up.
It then has F. It says January 2025. Sharpe SAs and R words. Plaintiff ignoring her screams and refusing to wear a rubber on January.
What the fuck? Ignoring her screams, refusing to. She's concerned. She's just concerned about getting R-word and refused. She's concerned about him wearing a condom. She's confused. She's concerned, like, you concerned about him wearing a condom or getting R-worded, or again. Like, what is, like, get right, like.
January 2nd, 2025, Sharpe told her that he wanted to see her. He persisted and reminded her that he had a combined Christmas and birthday gift to give her, as he previously promised her a gift. She ultimately allowed him to come over to her apartment. She regrets that decision. Once inside the apartment, he began undressing. She firmly stated multiple times that they would not have S without protection, demanding that he wear a rubber. She knew that in the past he refused to ever wear one and believed that her demand would stop him from having S with her. But although he refused to wear a rubber, he still insisted on S. She tried to resist. She screamed. She had already expressed concerns for her safety, knowing that he had been involved with other women, increasing the risk of transmitting a disease. The more she begged, Sharpe became more aggressive and made it clear he would not wear one and he was going to have his.
And you should have just told him no. That's it. You should have been like, nah, it's not. This is not what happened. Don't play games with them. Make them feel, oh, you better put on a condom or we not having sex. Making mad conversation, making it. You just trying to make that nigga talk to you because that nigga be going over there mad quiet, mad geeked up, mad thing, just trying to get the job done. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you just trying to make dialogue, so you know what I'm saying, make them talk and shit to you, so you can have some conversation with them and shit like that.
His way.
That's crazy.
That he grabbed her, pulling her around and positioning her to perform oral, which lasted for roughly 2 minutes. Then Sharpe repositioned her and roughly forced himself inside. She never stopped demanding and begging that he stop or put on protection. Sharpe ignored her. As soon as he penetrated, she screamed and sobbed. Her cries for help did nothing to stop Sharpe. The assault lasted roughly 10 minutes, ending only when Sharpe finished inside.
Facts. Instead of saying, oh, put on a condom, do this, like, no. You know what I'm saying? Either you throw on a rubber or no, that's what it is, Then it would have been plain and cut, instead of her just playing with the nigga, having all these, like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? No, it's no thing. You have to be firm. But you say, oh, I was scared. How the fuck you scared? The nigga's like, it don't make sense. You go home, you have a relationship with this fool. Like, what are you saying?
She cried and begged repeatedly for him to stop. She left Nevada after the assault. It then demands a jury trial and gets into what they want for relief. And it says that she's reserving the right to amend this complaint prior to or during the trial on this matter and prays for judgment against Shannon Sharpe as follows. She wants general damages.
And for that, he tried to give a 10 mil, she should have took that shit around with it.
In the sum of $10 million, special damages in the sum of $10 million, punitive damages in the sum of $20 million, and statutory penalties in a sum of $10 million. So basically $50 million in total. That is the entire complaint, the entire lawsuit that was filed by the Busby law firm. That is.
Yeah, if she would have ran with that 10 mil, she would have had a good that play would have been ran, real shit. Like you like, damn, she got this nigga for 10 mil, But now it might be hard,
her version of events. Now, after that is when Shannon Sharpe released his statement through his attorneys, where they identified who this woman is. And it turns out her name is Gabriela Zuniga. She is an OF model, right? And in order to combat these allegations, like I said, Shannon Sharpe and his team put out the text messages between him and this chick. We got a copy of those here. And the messages started on September 30th, 2023, at least the messages that were provided. Keep in mind, the lawsuit said they had a 2-year relationship. So this has got to be
OnlyFans. You already know what they're doing on OnlyFans, You already know what they're doing on OnlyFans.
From around that time. Anyways, he sent a message that said, called you back. She responded. She said, call me. I feel like uffing with you. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're uffing me. He loved that message. Said something back that said 2 minutes. Can I call you later? This was in December of 2024, the day after Christmas. She responded with, when I'm 152 pounds.
Yeah, I feel like some people don't know. Some people don't. They don't. It's timid. Shannon Sharpe, he was a little timid. He don't want to deal with all that shit. He don't want to deal with all that shit. He don't commit crime. He's not committing crimes and shit like that. So he don't want to deal with situations like that. So he was so eager to pay but I don't know. Everybody's different.
But you can't touch me because you cheated on me on Instagram Live with Michelle. She said, I'm going to be 180 soon and you're still not going to be able to touch. Bet you're regretting your actions right about now. He responded and said, I'd be killing that young P word. She said, absolutely not. When you give me a formal apology for cheating on me on Instagram Live and multiple other times, then we can talk about it. All caps. She said, formal apology. Then send a screenshot of something. I don't know what this is. She said, I'm not answering your calls until you say sorry, Shannon. He said, I've said sorry, Gabby. She said, all you say is I'm sorry, but you never say what you're sorry for and how you're going to make it right. So I would appreciate it if you could do that because you really hurt me and I've been having a hard time with it. What did I tell you, Shannon? I told you to apologize. Then we can talk. The fact you can't do this simple thing is proving that you don't care about me. I'm waiting for my apology. I don't understand why it's so hard for you to say sorry for what you did. He texts back. He said, Gabby, I'm not going through this again. I've already apologized. Stop playing childish games. She didn't respond. A couple of days later, he said, Happy New Year, Gabby. Can't wait to see what 2025 has in store for us. He then said, I'll give you $50,000 and I'll let you come over to the house. She sent links for her PayPal and Cash Apps. He said, I don't have Cash App. She said, then what do you have? He said, 10,000 cash. She said, send a pic or FaceTime me with it. What's taking so long? You either don't have the cash to show me right now or you're with Michelle. Which one is it, Shannon? Then she sent an explicit photo to him and said, I know you missed this big juicy ass, $25K for each cheek. What? Yo, that's crazy. And I just want to point out this is in January of 2025. So this is after he allegedly R-worded her. Right? Just wanted to point that out.
It's all money play, bro.
Picture of two cats hugging each other under the sun.
She heard money. She was like, what, nigga? Yo, she sent the PayPal quick. She was like, yo, what's up? What we doing? What's good? Where you at? Oh, you frauding. Send me a picture with it.
And like a couple days later, she said, hi. He loved the image of the cats. She said, that's me hugging you and you not hugging me back. Then she sent another explicit photo and said, tie me up like this and off me. He said, if I knew how to, I would. She said, it's okay. I have handcuffs. We can stick to those for now. He said, that actually looks like you. She said, who said it's?
Nah, she's losing it. She's losing it. He said he don't know how to do none of that shit. She said, I teach her how to do that shit. So she's definitely losing this shit. She's definitely losing it.
Not me. He said her boobs are too big for it to be you. She said, you can't even see my boobs in that LMAO, but whatever you say, daddy. He said, it could be you if you want. She said, I want to be in that position right now. He said, it's too late now. She said, I guess I'm just gonna go off myself in the A with my toy now. She said, follow me back on IG. I asked it.
She's over here preceding him to come over. I thought he didn't like you. I thought you didn't like him. I thought you didn't want him. Now you're over here telling him to come over after you said that he willing, that he didn't. Yo, this shit don't make sense. First you say that you were scared to come. Now you're telling him to come over, that you want to meet him. That way is he at? You persistent hitting him up, Dada. You know what I'm saying? Follow me back on IG. I accidentally blocked you.
Accidentally blocked you. He didn't respond. She said, good night. Thanks for always answering my texts and calls. It makes me feel great. She sent a screenshot of somebody having a crazy convo in the DMs with somebody else. She said this, but with you instead. What you think? He said, who is that? She said, LOL, I have no idea. I just look at my DMs sometimes when I'm in the mood to be creeped out. He said, that's Chocolate Daddy's private parts / butthole. I'm the only one up in that and getting his butt ate. Oh my God. Shannon a freak. She said, that's exactly right, Daddy. That just got me wet. Tie me up and do bad things to me. He said, cuff up. She said, you still have my hand.
Yo, you know what? It's enough of that. It's enough of that old dialogue. That's crazy. Them niggas is doing the most, you see. But more or less, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, Dada. You gotta watch it. Let's get other people's perspective on this shit, Dada. That's the whole case right there, Dada. Whatever you feel about it, you feel about it, Dada. The shit seems like it's definitely a shakedown now, Dada. You see what that? It's definitely a shakedown, but you know.
I don't know how many more teachable moments like this we need, but I keep telling y'all over and over and over and over and over again. I actually just feel
that's different right there. That's different right there, Dada.
Sad. And the reason I feel sad is because once again, we're watching a lack of discipline and a lack of stability have somebody out here fighting for their professional life.
It's crazy.
But by the time this podcast come out, who knows what we might find out. You know what happened? Taylor, what happened? Pull up the story. It's so much, bro. I don't.
None of us want that.
You just want the news report?
No, pull up the story because I want to say this accurate. I don't even want anything. When he asked me what happened, I want to be able to say what happened.
Right, well,
pull up.
Which one do y'all want?
Not make it bigger. I can't see none of those. I'm telling you, my eyesight is really going in my head, and I don't want fucking.
You think it's nervous to talk about it?
Get it. I got it.
Isn't she a professional whore?
You want TMZ?
Allegedly. Isn't that the alleged? It's an allegedly. I just want to point out. I'm asking a question.
Go to US. Just click on the USA Today. Shannon Sharpe denies
sex worker
assault allegations. This is a shakedown. Okay, make it big. I can read this one. All right, let's see. Pro Football Hall of Famer and media personality Shannon Sharpe denies sexual assault and battery allegations filed in a lawsuit against him, alleging that he's the victim of a blatant setup and shakedown attempt. Sharpe has been accused of sexual assault and battery, in addition to engaging in the intentional infliction of emotional distress in a lawsuit filed in Clark County, Nevada on Sunday. According to
that girl's thorough. I mean, that girl's crazy thorough enough to even make this shit go rival. Why would she make this shit go extra rival? That's different.
The suit obtained by USA Today Sports, the plaintiff listed under the alias Jane Doe alleged that Sharpe sexually assaulted her twice, once in October 2024 and again in January 2025. They met at a Los Angeles gym in 2023 when she was 19 and he was 54. One of the attorneys representing Jane Doe was Tony Busby, whom Sharpe accused of targeting him. Sharpe said he expects Busby to release a 30-second clip from a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty. Scroll up some more, Taylor. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. Sharpe said in the Instagram video on Tuesday. You can play that. Just play that. Why not? Play that. Just click on it right there. Click where it says in the Instagram. There you go. I can't hear nothing, Taylor. Taylor, make it. I can't hear nothing, Taylor. Taylor, what about you, man? Taylor.
Yeah. Why y'all hating that? Why y'all hating that?
Taylor.
It should, but just
Taylor, there's a computer malfunction.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly. And from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby. who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you.
That's crazy. A fucked up wild little shorty that he had a relationship with the daughter. It's just crazy, the daughter.
Whatever I need to say,
I watch
just
you
like I always do. I love all you guys.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I do agree that this is a shakedown. I do agree that Shannon is being targeted, but you can't shake down nobody if they don't give you nothing to shake. You can't target nobody if they don't give you nothing to target them for. Shannon is 56 years old. There is absolutely no reason for a 56-year-old man, 54-year-old man at the time, to be hollering at a 19-year-old.
Why are you even hooking up with OnlyFans girls outside of the fact that they're so fucking hot? It's unbelievable.
And that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about when I'm
so stupid.
But that's what I'm talking about.
How could they be so stupid to have sex with a girl on OnlyFans besides the fact that they're so fucking smoking hot gorgeous?
No, bro. At 19?
Wait, what?
No, at 19 years old, no.
She's not 19?
She's
20. How old is that girl?
She's 22 now. She was 19 when he met her. He was 54.
We talking about 22-year-olds. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now.
You're next, buddy. You gonna be
I'm talking about 22-year-olds.
Here's the thing. You got to have stability and discipline.
I look with my eyes, not my dick.
No, that's a lack of dick discipline. That's what that is right there. Because a 54-year-old person with that much to lose should not be talking to a 19-year-old. Like, listen, it may be legal, but just common sense.
And say that to the athletes that over there, the daughter that's over there turned up, the daughter like you gonna say that shit about Shannon Sharpe, but you ain't gonna say the same shit about Prime. And Prime is thugging.
Say, you know what? This is not what I want to be into.
Also, if you hook up with a girl on OnlyFans, it's guaranteed this is gonna happen. This is a 99% chance this will happen.
Absolutely. But how green is Shannon Sharpe? He's not a rookie. This ain't a 19-year-old. This is a 24-year-old
I had a
mistake.
good joke, but I didn't know if it was racist or not. You said how?
In the way that this thing was so, he probably green. He probably green the daughter. You know what I'm saying? When he was on Fox, they probably had him the daughter. You know what I'm saying? But now he's over here on the loose by himself. The daughter, he could do what he wants. The daughter.
Green is it? And I was like, a mile.
Man, how green is he that he ended up in a situation like this? How is this 19-year-old, 22-year-old woman now able to line him up in this way?
You know what's so funny is that when I did his pod, he said this thing to me. It was so peculiar. He's like, I don't get into the elevator with he said single women or was it single white women? I forget what he said.
Just he don't want to be alone with women in the elevator because anything can happen.
Don't ride the elevator with single women.
Yeah,
so now if a single woman is on the elevator, I gotta wait.
Wait, why don't you? Because they just get too horny.
No, I don't.
Why do they get
run
the risk of what?
Sometimes the mention of impropriety is enough to sway people's opinion of somebody.
Really?
So I don't do that.
So if a single woman's going to go into an elevator,
I'm not getting on it.
And what do they?
I don't let women servers come into my room to bring food.
Really?
If they come to clean the room, I leave the room. I sit in the hallway till they're done. Then I go back into the room.
Now, have you ever blown someone's mind with that? Like, has a girl ever?
No, a lot of times when people see me like,
yeah, that's crazy. If this nigga's on point like that, how the fuck did you get on? How the fuck you get put in this situation, GG? But they must have been. They was comfortable with their relationship.
Okay, you can get on. I was like, no, I'll wait till the other. They said, no, it's fine. And I just keep it moving like that.
And do you think that they're thinking there's some reverse racism thing there?
No, I don't know what they're thinking.
Do you clutch your purse when white women walk around?
My crossbody? Nah. Because if I'm on the elevator by myself and a woman steps on, I'll get off.
White women only or black women?
It doesn't matter.
And I felt really bad in that moment. Like I was telling Al when we were doing Flair, and I was like, I felt really bad. I was like, wow, this is another racial dynamic that I don't understand. Like he's a large, muscular black dude, and he has to be concerned going through his everyday life that a random woman could feel threatened and then like call the cops and he could end up in jail for absolutely nothing. I was like, there's a level of racism to this I don't even fucking understand.
I think that's a level to it too, but I think it's just a level of success, period.
But yeah, and absolutely level of success, period. But then I see this shit. I'm like, what?
That's crazy. They be running plays like that. That's crazy.
The fuck are you?
You can't
be worried about an elevator, but then talking to a girl on OnlyFans.
That's my point. And
they make money by selling the sex.
That's my point.
So if they're fucking you, please believe you're paying for it. You're paying for it one way or another. But this is
maybe he said that to you because he was going through this.
Tony Busby said they have been contacting him since February.
Yeah.
I mean, just keep in mind, if you're talking to any girl on OnlyFans, this is bound to happen to you. This is a 100% guarantee. I don't know. I don't.
That niggas moving nervously like that. Nah, hell no. Don't like. What the fuck? Now you gonna live like that, because this girl trying to shake you down.
No. Why any guy would
do
this with a girl on OnlyFans outside of the fact that they're fucking melt your balls?
But
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I have never seen.
He's trying to be sarcastic. He's like, yeah, everybody gets up on you. Like that's what he's saying. Like he does too. Look at.
I don't know the last time I've seen somebody handle something like this so badly.
Wait, why do you think he handled it poorly?
Oh my God! I mean, first of all, number one, when a person has that much audio of you, a person has that many text messages of you, a person has alleged video of you, you know what you should be doing after you get sued? Shutting the fuck up.
Oh, and just going right to court?
Shutting the fuck up. Let the courts handle everything. Let your lawyer handle everything. You shouldn't be making those statements. You damn sure shouldn't have your lawyer doing a press conference saying, I can't believe she filed this lawsuit because we were about to settle with her for $10 million. Huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Huh?
That's crazy.
I was surprised when I first heard this. I thought Lanny Davis misspoke. Fairly early in the conference call, he mentioned that Shannon Sharpe, during efforts to settle the case before the lawsuit was filed, offered tens of millions of dollars.
No, that's a fact, but it shows that he's trying to get. Maybe he was trying to put it a different narrative, like he was trying to get, like they was blackballing him and shit like that. Like off from that, see if they take it, and I'm like, oh, you see, they trying to blackball him.
To the plaintiff, and he used that phrase several times, tens of millions of dollars. And I, along with other people who were on the call, asked questions. The way it worked was you typed your question in. You didn't actually verbally express the question. So you type the question, you send it, and you wait for them to answer it. Multiple people who were on that call asked the question of, is it tens of millions or is it 10 million? What's the number specifically? So eventually, after saying tens of millions several times, Lanny Davis said that Shannon Sharpe offered at least $10 million to settle the case. Now, I practiced law for 18 years. I was stunned by that.
But I actually...
What you mean that was bad? That right there is an admission of guilt. And by the way, it don't mean he's guilty. But listen, when you're, first of all, anytime you're settling, it looks like an admission of guilt. And when you're settling for $10 million, you're telling people, I know I did something that's worthy enough of me settling.
I disagree.
Oh, you're bugging.
You're crazy. He works for Disney. He's like, hey, even though I think this is all bullshit, but I think he's just like, I don't even want the image of me choking some girl to be out there. So
what do you mean choking the girl?
They have a video. No, but they have a video of the sex that they had. And I bet you on the video is the choking stuff. So he's like, hey, I work for the mouse. I don't even want this out there. It's worth paying her $10 million.
The mouse isn't even where Shannon makes all of his bread and butter.
I'm just saying. But
no. Huh? When you pay once, guess what happens? Everybody comes out to play.
That's
Diddy is proof of that.
That's what
Michael Jackson is proof of that.
This is what I assume Busby's doing, is like dropping this and to see if it's basically breadcrumbs.
Well, Busby
it's like, is anybody else going to come out?
Busby said he wasn't going. Busby said the only reason he put that stuff out is because of how Shannon Sharpe didn't respond when they put her name out there, when they started to put her text messages out there. He said he put all this other stuff out there because of how they were trying to discredit her. Once again, that's why you shut the fuck up. Here's the thing.
He lost all the money. The dollar, like they said, the dollar. She was supposed to get $100 million deal. Now he lost that. So what they gonna get? They like, oh yeah, this shit going 400% shambles. Like we ain't gonna get nothing really done. So what's the point? Maybe they feeling that.
Hey, you know, Shannon knows whatever the relationship was with him and that young lady. Maybe he wasn't aware of the text messages. Maybe he wasn't aware of the video. I don't know. I don't see how he couldn't have been.
What do you mean he wasn't aware of it?
Maybe she had these screenshots and he didn't know. Maybe she videotaped him and he didn't know. That's the only explanation I could think of why you would come out so hard after you've been sued like that.
But haven't we seen people get killed in the court of public opinion?
Who gives a fuck?
While you're just trying to be quiet and let the courts deal with it?
Who gives a fuck?
I mean, his career.
If you're innocent, who gives a fuck? Everything will come out and you will come out clean in the long run.
This is
who gives a fuck?
Completely separate thing here, but like, let's say she drops the charges, right? How many new signups you think she got on her OnlyFans?
Yeah, a lot.
I bet you she quadrupled her OnlyFans just from the buzz of this.
Well, guess what, Andrew? I respect her because she showed more emotional intelligence in the last 48 hours than Shannon Sharpe and his own team.